When last we left our heroes, we had tried to commandeer the vessel of a treasure thief who, under the guise of an ally, robbed you blind and ran as fast as he could away, got to a boat, and was just sailing off about 100 meters away when the party finally caught up to him, thanks to some fancy footwork and navigation from Edvard. The treasure hunting. Oh wait, no, the an official member of the National Archaeological Society of Rashemi, and he who was also chasing this thief for another theft that he had done earlier that day. Caught a busy dwarf. Very busy. Very busy dwarf. I mean, I think it was more.
He's part of the Thieves Guild, right? Because who could do two thefts in one day?
We only know he's a member of the Order of the White Raven.
Yeah.
So, the thanks to some magical items that have been procured, there is a carpet of flying that moves faster than the sail ship was sailing away. And after a few minutes of travel overseas, caught up in the dead of night and made it to the boat, and our wizard Evendur tried to cast suggestion on Tordak to get him to sail it back to shore. It succeeded, but unbeknownst to them, another fellow was on board who appeared and tried to stop Tordak from doing just that. It was then that our hero sprung into action, jumping onto the deck, misty stepping onto the deck, and attempting to convince them that he was one of them and that they needed to turn around. They saw through his deception and attacked immediately. After lots of spells being cast and one clever thunder wave from the enemy, the wizard, everyone was thrown off the deck except for a Drow rogue, Varius, who then proceeded to shank the wizard shank style.
Shank.
And everyone who had flown off the deck was able to get back on board with some crafty use of magic and a magical carpet. The deck itself, combat ensued with this wizard again. They took him down, but the dwarf who had been thrown overboard suddenly lost the suggestion spell that was over him and proceeded to attack those that were on deck, inflicting a mortal wound to Varius, who lay bleeding not only from the great axe but also from the dagger that had been used to kill the wizard from before.
I wonder how that happened.
Whose dagger was that?
I wonder whose dagger that was.
That was
Riven's dagger.
Riven.
It'd have been awesome
Tiefling
if you stabbed yourself with your own dagger. That would have been...
Would have been awesome. And then the dagger was not it. It was not just a dagger, mind you. It was a dagger coated in poison. Because it couldn't have just been a dagger.
Yeah. Is the wizard still on the boat?
The wizard's body was left on the boat after the heroes fled from the angry wet dwarf, leaving a burning ship
I was going to say that.
and a wizard that said, "Go on without me, guys, I got this," and climbed up a rope into space and disappeared.
Save yourself!
I think
So now,
he's gone. Like we're good.
in the
Now,
depths,
is the two-dimensional space visible not inside of? Can you see where the warp hole
you
is?
cannot see into it.
Not a rope hanging out? Or...
He pulled the rope up. He does have the
He
light
can see
cantrip, so he has options for as far as creating a lighthouse in the middle of the ocean. Or,
We need to create like a flag for you.
Yeah,
just in case
A
So
bell.
just like
A bell.
a bell.
if only we had the cantrip toward the dead.
Yeah.
I think we were just gonna fly back in that general area, and then he was gonna like dangle the rope out.
Yeah,
How far?
Usually
How far
mission
are
impossible
we
if the
from
lights fell.
all of that?
I plan to
Like,
use
how far did Riven and
flames
Varius
here as a
have to fly back?
gigantic light.
Now,
Hopefully
Edvard
they'll
wouldn't.
signal to you
Edvard
guys.
would not
Edvard.
know that.
No.
However, Riven, I'm going to need you to make a survival check
Oh,
with disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Why?
It is in the dark of night.
No.
She's not a
and
sailor.
You aren't a sailor,
and you're in the middle
and
of
you're
the scene.
trying to figure out. So right now,
And
what you're
Benji
rolling
hates
for? Let me tell you that
Yes,
first.
I
so.
can see.
Yeah,
We're on a
you
flying
can. You
carpet.
have dark vision. You have
Okay.
great
You
dark
don't remember
vision.
where it's happening.
You can
Oh,
see
okay.
great in the dark. However, the carpet flew out for some distance as you were chasing a boat that was also going in the same direction. It's one of those math problems from when you're young.
Or you're just
Yeah.
Two boats are going after River. One boat is going 2 miles per hour. The other one is going 3 miles per hour. How
So
long
are we
does it
on the
take for you?
carpet? I thought we were on the
It's
carpet
not-
flying back to the
it's
shore.
not
Varius the
all good
rogue
right
and
now.
Riven the Tiefling rogue are
There's
both
a
on the
good
carpet.
possibility that you're
No,
gonna.
I'm not, but
So
Alright.
that
You
roll
know which
was
way
for
to
you
go.
how long it would take you to get back to the group that was on shore.
6
So
days.
the
DM real quick. Ed went to meet Ilona up the beach.
Yeah.
They're not even there.
Nope.
Dorian's
Yeah.
kicking it
Yeah.
next to a fire he made.
I
Alright.
thought she
Just
joined at
chilling.
the end.
no, yeah.
she slowed down as soon as she saw
was
everybody
dragging
take off.
everyone's stuff.
I'm carrying so much weight. I was
I thought
walking
we
slow.
took so long that you were like, you caught
No.
up to them at the very end.
Actually,
No.
now that you bring it up, go ahead and make a survival check for following these
Uh-oh.
people
Oh, no.
who left you.
No, no, I left the path.
Yeah, left it half, and then
It
I
is
clicked
dark.
my boots and yeah, but I'm in the
with
grass.
disadvantage or
No, not this.
Is it winter? What is this?
Right now, it is like early fall,
13.
so it's a little bit chilly.
13.
Because I have not controlled the lights. Sorry about that.
That's why we paid for the room.
That's why I didn't roll very good.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
too bright.
I'll-
That's why.
Let her
It's
reroll.
really hard to cheat with all
Yeah.
this light around here.
Alright.
Later, we're going the wrong direction.
I roll a lot better when it's dark.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's like she has like clear dice with like clear writing
Oh,
on
we didn't do
it.
it. Hang on, hold up. This is
Yeah.
why.
Was that a 2? No, that was a 20.
Yeah.
What are you rolling for now?
Oh, no.
She's doing her
Oh.
roll everything dice.
Yeah.
Got
count
it.
at
It's her
all.
good luck
It doesn't
roll.
matter.
So Ilona, what was your roll for your survival check?
13.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't. It was a clear path in front of you. You were just slow.
Yeah, I'm like,
Your little stubby legs carrying all that weight. It was she's a gnome. I'm not being racist.
Yeah.
That's what we're rolling down. So you
I'll tell you.
make your way back to the shore. You do find Dorian. You find Ilona, and make it back. And as that is happening, it is dark. Dorian has made a fire and has kind of just created this encampment at the edge of where the growth of the meadow that you were in meets the sand of the lake.
Okay.
So you're kind of there, just like crept back into that little outcropping when maybe 10 minutes go by and Riven floats into the scene with Varius also on the carpet. Apparently,
Barely
Evendur has not made it back.
Guys, I really like us. Cool Ranch Doritos, Funyuns, Chick-fil-A, Oreos, like M&M's. These are my people.
I got Coke Zero.
Hey, you're on the right path.
This adventure of D&D brought to you by Funyuns, Doritos, Oreos,
I
Coca-Cola.
got low carb
And
monster.
an entirely too large bottle of Monster.
Low carb, low carb.
Low carb.
He'll drink like 2 or
keto
3 of those, though. Just
So
like tonight.
Yeah,
Dorian
how about that?
stands up and sees them and says, "That's about right.
All right.
Where is Evendur?" See, he says
So
his
he
name
can talk.
because he's not present, or he'll just say the wizard.
Right.
Right.
Got it. So, where is Evendur? He's talking to you two.
I'm out, right?
He's
And
out.
he
No,
was,
no,
he
no,
was,
no.
I'm just like, sorry.
You're
off.
conscious because she gave you a
Oh,
healing
he's-
potion.
he's
You don't
full of
feel
blood,
really
right?
good.
Yeah,
It's like-
the cuts that were the more serious ones have closed up. A couple of the other gashes that he got they're still there, but the major ones have stopped. So
he still looks like trash, though.
he still looks like he has had a bad day.
So what had happened was, I had to make a decision. It was Evendur coming back with us, and I could take no gold, and I couldn't get my bag of holding.
You had your
chose
gold.
the gold?
You got your gold,
So
didn't
I
you?
had to get my gold and my bag of gold, because that is the whole purpose of going. Was to go
Now,
get that
was
bag,
it like
right?
okay? I'm
And I knew that
I'm not
the
there.
To be
Evendur-
fair,
You are. You are.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
He
It
wasn't
took
for
them
the
so
mission.
long to get back.
Yeah.
You guys had made it to the.
He has a safe hiding place in the sky.
What
Right
do
now.
you mean?
We have to go back for him, and we have about an hour to do it.
Well, take me with you.
What do you mean by beach?
Wait, are you guys there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it took them that long to get back to where you
Oh,
are.
okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I don't
Yeah, I had to get him out of the fight. He was not gonna make it too well, so
I don't know if I should have gone on the boat. Man.
If you
we did not get the crossbows. We did not get the rest of the goods. I think there are other things to loot off of the wizard's body.
there's a wizard out there.
Oh, we
There
didn't
was a wizard, but I killed him.
single-handedly.
And then I might have gotten a little hurt too. But thanks to Riven, I'm here on the beach now. But we need to figure out what's happening with Evendur. Because he's in the
So,
sky right now.
so where?
There's a weight limit on the carpet.
Yeah.
I assume
So I had to
you're
make a
not
decision.
giving
What are you trying to say?
anyone your password, so
That's correct.
you should take Ed and Ilona.
I think you can take both of them, and then bring
You want to
Evendur
stay here
back.
with?
Yeah, they can.
Would Alona be
Ed
okay?
doesn't weigh anything.
Can I make
And Ilona
a
weighs
like a
less.
like a hide like a stealth like a hide
Yes,
check?
yes, you
Stealth.
To
So
hide
this
from
conversation is going
Yeah.
on in Edvard.
No, seven.
No, Edvard hears you say his name and he begins turning around. I'm
walks up,
going to
here's
go
your-
find some firewood. And then you just grab him roughly. No, you're going.
No, I don't need to do it roughly. I just
Yeah.
put my hand on him.
I like do like the deer thing where they just like stop and they're like, if I don't move, you won't see me.
Well, I'm in the headlights.
It's because you announced your departure that.
You know,
So I don't know if
I
Alona
think
would be okay
that's
with
it.
leaving all of her.
Alona, drop your stuff
I know
and
that's-
I could watch it.
That's I figure out how much weight
I
Alona is
And
taking
then
copious
let's
notes.
hope no one sees our campfire and comes and confronts us
Oh,
when
no,
it's
it's
just
So-
me here.
listen, I'm not
Guarding all this
I'm
gold.
hurting really
Yeah.
bad right now. I'm
Varius is
probably
there.
gonna drink my pain away.
Oh,
Can
so
Alona help?
You can spend a
Good
short
one,
rest.
Ed.
You can spend a short rest and regain some hit dice to get your hit
That's
points
the
up.
most I'm gonna do is I'm
Can
gonna
you
drink
help?
my pain away
I-
and try and
I-
get a short
I could-
rest right now. But I like. Guys, I mean, we've been through a lot. We've been through dragons and orcs.
there's no
and
time for
wizards.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never
Let's go
thought.
get
I
him.
never thought a dwarf would have been what.
Jonathan,
I know there's no time for this, but I'm going to
He's
continue
on
talking.
that.
Okay,
I'm
continue
continue
talking.
talking.
You have this
All right,
internal conflict.
So do I have to ride in front or behind you? Like which?
Super important.
Yeah, that's
Super
really all I
She
can
is
worry
gonna
about.
hold your little character.
Like on my big
That's
spoon,
right.
Are you?
Ah.
on this carpet ride, am I big spoon or little
So
spoon?
it's
No.
He's 2 feet. He's like 2
No,
and a half
you're in the
feet.
front. for
It's
sure.
4 feet by 6 feet in like a
Oh,
rectangle.
I can lay down.
Yeah, yeah. The halfling and the gnome can both like lay down and.
Well, I
and
think we're
do.
gonna try to take Alona too.
Right.
Yeah,
He's also-
they could both lay in the front, holding the front.
Okay.
Alona
I
is
wanna
is
see it.
busy just dropping bags on the ground,
Yep.
just like heavy clunks as bags of gold and piles of treasure are just hitting the floor. And
10. You hear
that's
10.
when you guys have
You
finished
hear 10.
discussing who's going, and Alona has
Healed
just
three.
realized that it's silent,
What?
and they're all looking for Alona to
Yeah.
get onto the
Oh, I
carpet.
healed?
Yep.
Oh, as this is
Yeah, I
happening,
gave you 10. I
So
gave you
I
10.
You did?
I gave you 10.
Cleric.
Oh, hey, I'll go.
hey,
So here's the
no,
plan.
Oh, now
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
guys too, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's
I'm gonna,
good.
as they're doing that, I'm digging a hole big enough for all this loot, and I'm just gonna push it all
Oh,
in.
I thought you meant for like Varius' body.
No.
At this point, it's
Hey,
too late.
that's all. I just was saying. I'm digging a hole. What?
Hey,
Why?
we're
Where?
dwarf. I'm
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Dorian,
Alive's
I am
very.
right.
Alive's a very fluid
Hey,
term for you
I-
right now.
I might-
like dynamic.
I'm
Should I
very
dig
much
a hole
alive
for
right
a
now.
vendor?
Okay, weaker
Next
dwarf.
to the treasure, I could dig 2 holes.
You can, yes, you can spend the next foreseeable future doing that, or
Okay,
you can
yeah.
spend it concealing your little encampment.
Yeah, I'll
All right,
conceal it.
let's cruise.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
roll.
about 100 pounds, so.
You're 100 pounds?
100 pounds.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we're solid. We can rock and roll. So I would like to jump on the carpet, take out with me, and then explain
Drop
explain
your
the
weight.
plan.
Drop your weight.
Oh. I don't know about that.
Your bag only weighs 15
Yeah, your
pounds.
bag.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's,
yeah,
okay,
well,
so Dorian,
we don't
so
know
you
she
drop
has a bag
everything
of
that's,
holding.
that's gonna bag the
Yeah,
that's gonna-
everything that's holding you down, all the gold that you got,
I think I'm
just
okay.
drop your weight.
I'm good. I
But
went
you
too
don't
far.
know
It's the
Evender's
whole bag
weight
of holding.
plus the loot
Can I fit in it?
on the
You
ship.
could. There are only 10 minutes of
guys-
air.
Benny's not
Oh, no. So that's the deal. So here's the plan. We're not trying
No.
to.
I don't think you can
I'm not trying to
ride
get all of
with
us
just
on
your
fire.
head out of the
Yeah.
bag.
Trying to
I
grab
don't
I
think
just need a
you can.
straw.
And I want my crossbow.
Hell, there.
I want my
Yeah,
crossbow.
it's a
I want
magical.
my
It's an in or out type
Yeah.
all other gold.
Buy crossbows.
So are we heading out?
dead
Are we
corpses.
heading
So
out?
definitely.
Yeah.
They don't
Whatever.
have to breathe.
Go ahead and go.
So
I'll be here.
I'll hop on.
See the gold in one leg.
Does the carpet go?
I'm actually just going to be sharpening my blade.
All right. So,
Chilling.
So-
Edvard and
yes.
Ilona hop on with Riven, and you begin trying to navigate your way back. Evendur, you have been sitting in this hole discussing things with a magical ring that you have. And what is your character doing during all this?
So
He can't. This is sort of meta, but I was reading about it. He can't not turn. He always hears that voice in the ring, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way for that to be blocked because
Yeah.
of the properties of the ring.
kind of a
resting. I took a short rest while I was up there.
Yeah.
I got one level
Oh.
2 slot
Super
back.
annoying.
Okay. All right. So
Is that possible, or am I?
a
The short rest is an hour.
is an hour.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Which is
no.
the exact time of the
Yeah,
rope
you-
trick, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, you can technically have had that happen, but it has been probably about 15-20 minutes since you last saw everybody, and
45 minutes, you're square.
you
Crap.
you're at the top
Can't get my
there.
spell slots back then.
Yeah. So you're running on low as far as the spell slots go. But what are you doing? What are your plans?
My plan is to cast Flaming Sphere to act as a light beacon.
Oh,
So
okay.
hopefully it can assist with them locating me.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Fear.
Way to go.
That's
But
a,
you could have used that on the boat. Or on the wharf.
I thought it was
He
out of
did
range.
use-
So hold on a second. So how far is the boat from me? Is it out of sight? Can I still see it?
Yeah. Go and make a perception check.
What if you fall out? Does he have to like roll a dex?
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
15 plus. It's probably gonna be plus 2, so I'm gonna say 17.
Okay. So you did see, and let me do this.
17, yeah.
Okay. So.
He put the flames out.
You do see in the distance just like the smallest portion of flame on the wooden deck, but at this point it has drifted very far away from you. But you can't tell what's going on deck, just that it's a lot less of a fire than it was before.
Okay.
So you can't tell if the boat is actually like sinking and that's why it's going out, or if the fire itself is being put out. But the fire is still on deck.
So I thought we were gonna take the boat back.
Dang, Flaming Spirit lasts for a minute.
Charlie Foxtrot.
Okay.
So how are we all gonna?
Change
How are
the
we all gonna fit on
plans.
the carpet?
With the boat sinking, you guys are
We have 3 people on the carpet,
Yeah.
and a vendor goes on.
get naked.
Because I thought the three of us were
Jump,
gonna go
drop
out there.
everything.
If there is enough
get the
for
boat.
the weight to not make it a problem for you all riding on there, you can occupy the same space, albeit uncomfortably. The 2 halflings, obviously, I mean the halfling and the gnome could lapse it if needed on this 4x6 carpet.
I call.
No.
Can
I
all
call top bottom.
four of us-
DM, what if weight is the issue?
Yeah, can all four
If
of us-
weight is the
Then they
issue,
gotta get naked.
the
And hope for the
carpet
best.
might fall into the water.
So I weigh 80 pounds.
Yeah, I'm 100 with my armor and my
180, and Riven is not going to tell anybody how much she weighs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we don't ask. But like we like infer like,
yo, you guys are.
can you give us a round?
Did she
number?
drop the gold?
Yo, what you weigh, man?
She dropped the
Oh, that's the first thing. Gold.
170.
Riven trap.
They're over. Yo, you better start getting.
You
naked.
weigh 170?
Yeah, he's like a 6 foot tall.
Oh no.
Holy shit! Why do you weigh so much?
He's
How
a
much?
human.
400? 400?
400.
So-
I believe
Hey,
is-
it's only a problem if you don't get the boat. We'll get the boat.
Wait,
Yeah,
so you're both like
let's get the boat.
Yeah.
Let's get the
So
boat.
we're
With an
really-
attitude like this, we're never
No,
gonna
sorry,
succeed.
we got no room for you, Bob.
So,
You find them, you're like,
Because the carpet, it's not gonna
I start
fly.
sweating, knowing like how much I just like dismissed the last ranger. I'm
actually, on that note, go ahead and make just a straight survival check because
Okay.
you are a trained tracker.
Oh, das is not good. 6. I gotta
Okay.
get rid of these 2 dice.
he
just
can't
need to
track
go
over
away.
water.
Yeah.
You're like, guys, my favorite terrain is mountains. This is the opposite of mountains.
Oh, actually, so in the what's it called? The Unearthed Arcane is a lot better.
Yeah. Yep.
What did you want me to do?
Oh, so what you're doing right now is trying to track your way either to the boat or to Evendur. Which one are you rolling?
You could do primal awareness. Is your favorite enemy humanoids?
No, it's
Oh,
dragons.
it's dragon.
Can
But
we
with
get?
primal awareness, you can specify what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You can spend minutes
No.
reaching out. Where are all of the
Well,
humans?
it's only-
Oh, but he's an extra dimension.
Yeah.
It-
Well, no, I can only do it with my favorite
Yeah,
enemy.
favorite.
Oh, well, that I did not know.
I can use. Reality is, I'm not gonna have time. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and concentrate on a rub. Okay, don't let anything bother you. So we fly towards where the hole was,
Right.
and as
Yeah,
like
no,
the further
she's
away
right.
from shore,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a bad idea.
Right.
She remembers,
So I think
hopefully.
I'm thinking
So
that the boat is gonna be there. So clearly it's not.
So you're gonna fly till
To
you
the boat.
see the boat.
Got it.
So I think that's
You're gonna
what-
pass the hole.
That's-
Hence-
You're gonna be like, yeah.
And so and Evendur does not have dark vision, so he can't see.
Oh,
I do.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
He
yeah.
has-
Right.
4 hours of dark vision.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I'm assuming you are using that property to watch.
Yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
I think
This
he
is the
activated.
time.
I turned it on when we got to the boat.
Yeah, he activated.
That's right. Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, jeez.
That
I was like,
helps the situation.
it's not wrong.
Okay.
You just want-
Their
That
survival
would've made
check
it hard.
because it was what was your total roll? It was
Yeah,
a
it
3
was a
plus. Okay.
So-
So
They're lost.
your difficulty check for seeing them with a perception check is going to be 14.
Oh, damn.
So you need to roll higher than a 14.
Usually he doesn't tell you what it is, but to build suspense. Oh, do you want to use this?
Too late.
Oh,
20.
nat 20.
20.
Natural 20. Okay, so you desperately looking for them. The carpet has noticed a shining light in the distance that they think is probably where the boat is, where you are, and they are aiming towards it. They are not near you, so you're going to have to make a performance check or just a straight charisma check to see if you can actually yell to get their attention, or you can use flaming sphere and see if they will actually notice a giant flaming ball.
Well, does she like talk to her carpet? Come on, boy! You could find him!
It's a silent
look for a
connection
sign.
she's got
Oh.
with the carpet.
I thought it was like a puppy or something. Sort of like Aladdin, right?
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Flying carpet?
Well, I mean, like, there's that love that like Aladdin has for the carpet, but it's an unspoken thing. Ever since the
It's
rite
a
of
shame
smothering.
thing. It's
Yeah.
So, change of plans. I don't have any level 2 spell slots available.
Oh, you can't do. You do have light as a cantrip.
And
That's only 30 feet. And you said there were ways off.
So
No.
it sheds that light, like you can see within the 30 feet. But imagine someone holding a torch off in the distance. Everyone else would still see the torch, but that person wouldn't necessarily see
They
that
wouldn't
far.
necessarily be paying attention to a tiny light.
That's why we had probably a roll perception.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, DM.
So.
Continue.
Either light or I can cast multiple fire bolts, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Just firebolts on him.
immediately just shooting down into the water. You see them. You shout. You don't get like any response from anybody on there because they're so far away from you.
Do we like pass them or just going in a different direction?
What is the distance that you can shoot your firebolt?
120 feet.
120 feet. That's nice. Okay.
By my fire.
This is going to be with advantage because it's a dark night and there's going to be fireworks shooting from space down into the
So
water.
essentially, you make. I'm not gonna meta.
Go. Well, it's going to be them making perception checks. It's not going to be with
I've had
disadvantage.
4 really good ideas that I have not said.
Oh my god.
8.
Well,
Wait, it's
But
with
hold on.
advantage.
Yeah, because these fireworks are shooting down from space.
Not 20.
yeah, there you go.
Okay, it's when you needed it most.
Yeah, right.
Dang.
His life.
And the wizard is shooting the firebolts at you. You are out of the range of it, and you just see like meteors just like shooting towards you. At this point, there are only about 5 minutes remaining in
Oh man.
your
Create that suspense.
hole
Rope
there.
trick.
So I'm gonna,
Rope trick.
before I plummet and die, I'm just gonna climb down the rope
All right.
into the water.
Are you going to like cast light on your robes or something so you're glowing? Like
Yes, all over my clothes.
Just
If you fell, you wouldn't die, would you? Because you'd fall in
Yeah,
the
he
water.
would.
So you take falling
60,
damage.
50 feet? 60
So he's 60 feet
Pencil dive,
plus,
bro. You're
plus
fine.
the plus
He's a
the
wizard.
boat
He
type.
doesn't know
So
that.
that's
that's human
that's something
nature.
for the
Just,
DM to
you'll
answer.
be fine.
How much damage theoretically?
I'm
would it take?
100% sure
It's-
human nature is like belly
How
fat.
high is the boat? And then 60 feet on top of that. could be
It's
rope.
it's 55 from the surface of the water, basically. It's just
think
about
we'll
5 feet above the water.
It's
Yeah.
50 death
Oh,
is what the number is. You're gonna die. Don't do that.
okay. It's 5D what?
Crawl. I said 5D death.
Oh, 5D.
So if you crawl down the rope and then just drop, you'll be fine.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
guys were gonna pick you up anyway
Yes, it
as we
is.
sink the
Yeah.
No, just
Creatures.
I don't
And
think
just
it's
hang
gonna
on the
work.
bottom of the rope till the spell's off, though, because if he falls in the water dims the light.
I think we're too heavy.
I can still cast
Why am
fire
I
on the
still
water,
on
though,
I
right?
think
Like
we're
you
too
can,
heavy.
you can hang onto your rope as long as you can. You'll need
Have
to
you
make
told
a strength
anybody what the
check.
weight limit
No.
is of the
No,
of the
she
rod?
hasn't said
no.
nothing.
Oh yeah.
So
So-
you take 1d6
Yeah,
bludgeoning
we're-
damage for every 10 feet you fall, so it would be 5d6. A potential of 30 damage just from
That would-
falling.
yeah, that
D6
would
or is
kill me.
it 10? Is
I
it
think the whole
86.
group
It's
knows that.
d6.
Oh, 10 foot for every
One, yeah.
I rolled a 9, so.
Well, she was.
I also
for your
told
strength?
you.
Yeah.
Do you see
Okay,
him?
all right.
Do you see him?
She didn't mention it.
So
I don't see him either.
you begin veering the carpet over towards the direction of Evendur,
Hanging off a rope.
who, like, where the firebolts come in. As soon as he sees you turn
Is
the
he
direction
swinging
towards
too?
him, he pulls down, like, the rope just falls out of the rope trick, and he begins climbing down. His clothes are just glowing as you just see this tall, glowing, robed figure just like awkwardly hanging there. He gets towards the bottom, but he has climbed down too early, and he's at like the very like bottom where he can still be there, and like like his arms are starting to shake. And you are getting
I already fell.
yeah.
Oh, you already failed.
He rolled a 9. So you make the carpet is like speeding its way towards you as fast as it can go, and you see Evendur, and just like you get within the moment where you can see his face. You're like that close, and the spell itself ends, and the rope just goes slack, and he just falls about 5 feet. 5.5, something like that, into the water with a mighty splash. Just this.
Hey,
As the
DM, how much weight is a wet clothing at?
Same team! Rudy! God! Dog!
So
So
Quit it!
The answer is no. If there's
Well,
a wizard
actually-
in the sky and you're on a magic carpet traveling at a speed of 60 miles an hour,
Yeah.
and you have this distance to cover,
Yeah.
can you make it to him? The answer is no.
No.
His clothes actually were already
That's
wet
in the
from
water.
being in the water.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why you couldn't hang on to the rope.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It'd be fine.
Sure.
You know he sat up there for an hour.
The a wind is
Yeah.
blowing with this just incessant just as it has night has fallen and the off wind shore breeze is just going out over the mighty lake that you're over. So you are hovering above the water where
That's plus on
Evendur
my
currently is with a conundrum. You don't have enough weight capacity to carry Evendur.
That's what I thought.
So
You have 40 pounds.
wait, get on, Evendur.
How do we find that out?
Get on,
I
Evendur.
thought we were gonna go get on the boat.
As soon as you
When
get
I
close,
left, the boat was
Evendur
there.
begins putting his weight on, and then the carpet just begins sinking into the
Get
water.
off, Evendur.
So, and you shove Evendur back into the water. Hold on, we gotta figure this out.
Riven wants to go fight Tordak, or Tordok, or Tordok, whatever his name is.
Yes.
And Tordukin.
And you can see Tordak. He is off in the distance, and he is probably looking around for anything trying to attack him again because he probably won't be caught unawares.
Is the boat on fire?
The boat is no longer on fire.
How's it not on fire?
No,
It's an hour.
He
It's been
doused
an
the
hour.
flames.
It's been an
He
hour.
doused the flames.
So
I'm just sitting there with Dory like.
yeah. So this is not gonna work. This is
So
Evendur.
is it possible for us to like?
Drag him?
Yeah. I want to like. I want to like stick my tail over the side and be like, hold on.
Well, he has a rope.
No.
You have
Oh,
rope.
he has a rope.
We don't
Okay.
have time for that. Just grab my tail.
No,
It's very easy. You can just hold the No, just grab my tail. There's no time. Just grab
There's no time.
There's no time. You just hold the rope. No.
We get back to shore and there's like this awkward intimacy between them two, and we're like,
Just grab my tail. I mean,
I
okay.
forgot he had the rope. I thought it like disappeared. Or something.
Evender's still uncomfortable with the idea of touching your tail.
amen to that.
You guys can drop some people off and come back and get them.
Well, so I was gonna. I just want to drag Evendur because I don't think he can do much to help us right now.
Just do
We
the.
like drag him to the shore
I
and
don't
then
think
just
he
drop
has
him off.
any
but-
spells left.
No, but
Yeah,
That's,
so-
that's cantrips.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
how would they
can't
drop
do
people off?
No, drop them off at the boat to fight Tordak and then come back
No,
and
it's a
get
drag him. Oh,
So-
Watson can't get there right now.
The,
No,
the
but-
problem with
He's in the water.
dragging, it will slow the carpet down, so you won't get the full 60 feet of movement, and he'll be just holding onto the rope as much as he can.
yeah.
How
it's-
long would it take? How far away are we from the bank?
From
Like,
the
any
shore,
shore.
Oh, no.
Not where Dorian is, but
It'll
just.
be like wakeboarding.
it's
right?
about
without a board.
You can wait for
10
with
minutes
your feet.
without dragging him, but with him, it
People
could
wait
be
for with their feet
20,
all the time.
maybe 30 minutes.
We could do that.
Yeah, you
So,
can
do you
a
guys
athletics
want?
check.
How do y'all want to do this? Do y'all want? Can we just leave Evendur? Are you like strong enough to just?
Can we just
stay
leave
there?
a second time?
No.
Evendur is stopping.
said-
He's at the end of like his strength because he's holding onto the rope. Just and the water itself is very cold.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
it's- here,
Out loud,
You can only
Riven's
drink
like,
water.
Riven's like,
Yeah, no,
just
yeah,
leave
do-
Evendur again?
Did he fall into the pool or did he jump in? That's the worst
Can the
suicide
ranger?
attempt
So can
ever.
you, Edvard? Can
Edvard.
you? Would you be willing to just like hang out
Yeah,
and
that's
swim
that's what I was reading.
for
Yeah.
like,
You're
10,
like- you're
20
like-
minutes?
I was trying to
Yeah.
read how long can I swim? Can I tread water?
What is your strength naturally?
14.
Okay.
And I am a ranger, so I have what's it called on my saving
Previous
throws?
warfare.
Survival checks or
Well, a strength, so it's an athletics check, right?
God,
So I am trained in athletics and
Oh, okay.
strength. I have advantage on, or I get to have my proficiency on my strength saving throws, but I cannot read it. I just on page 183 and page 190,
Yeah, I'm
but I haven't
looking at-
seen.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So it would normally be on page 175, 176 of the player's handbook, which talks about all of the ability scores. Here's strength. Talks about athletics for struggling to swim or stay afloat in treacherous currents, storm-tossed waves, or areas of thick seaweed.
But this is like sheer water, right? Like flat.
It's
It's
just
not.
cold.
So, like, the lake itself, because of the wind, is causing
Oh, it's
bob in
windy
motion.
now?
Yeah, it's very windy.
Is there any
I
debris from
knew
the
I
boat
was gonna
flying
die.
away?
And you never give him a last name.
Now,
Okay, so
You just joined the campaign.
I didn't buy a mini for him.
Hey, that's good. That's good though.
you do have
All right,
options.
so what do you want me to do?
So in
He's
these
taking one
turbulent like waters, like it's
He
not
kinda
like
has to prove himself. Like,
it's
they're-
not glassy
Like,
calm,
they're-
but it's not
Initiation.
like openly stormy waters.
So what's the DC? And when do I have to roll it?
It's going to be a series of
Oh.
It's a
strength
series
checks.
of checks.
Oh, sorry.
Because you're just trying to tread water, and the DC will be.
I don't like you.
It'll be low. It'll be low to start with, and then it'll increase in difficulty as
Alright.
time goes by.
Okay.
okay. This,
All right, let's do it. I hop off.
Is there any debris? from
I
the boat
cannonball
flying
off.
around in the water?
jeez,
All right. Is there enough weight capacity
No,
with you?
minus his weight on the
Mine
card.
is the way.
Oh, minus his weight? I don't know her weight though.
Minus.
So I got 360 with you three,
Oh,
and then he jumps off. That's 80.
So
Well, that's 80. That's my weight, but I got crap on.
Oh,
so
so it's like 100.
100 or something.
So it'll be
No, it's probably 90 because I'd have only gone out with my clothes, my breastplate, which does not
It's at
float.
250
Yeah.
now.
oh wait, yeah. I have heavy armor. So
Wait,
that's
250?
The-
Whoa, without your weight.
What?
yeah.
It's what? How much is on the?
Yeah, I don't know her weight.
Yeah.
I don't know
Your
her
eight
weight.
pounds?
What?
There is no way you weigh 250 pounds.
no between the two of them.
No. I am
She weighs 110. I put it 110.
110. I'm about 110.
What are you?
110.
170?
You're,
but I
you're
have
90.
100.
No.
Oh, he has stuff. He has stuff too.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, shoot, I
200.
300 platinum with me.
Oh,
You're like,
you better dump that.
You're gonna dump.
So
Yeah.
the vendor is there in the water.
Is that correct though? I still have the gold and platinum with
You
me.
Oh my
do
God.
have that because you
Dude,
grabbed
you should
it.
have never brought.
Okay.
So I'm in this freezing water and like you have 4 electric toothbrushes. Well, I might need an extra. So good night.
Edvard jumps in, and do you want to tell them this to see if they probably have means of them taking your items or not?
He
We have
wouldn't.
to.
what's
He
The
wouldn't.
carpet won't fly.
So you guys aren't gonna go fight Tordak?
Right.
No, no,
I'm
the
saying
No, I
if
give
you
them-
bring
we
up
are.
that you have a bag that could be capable of
Holding
storing
She doesn't want to tell nobody.
I think I have to at this point.
No, Evendur, you gotta dump your stuff. You're too heavy.
All right, 300 platinum.
Nah.
Goodbye. What is it?
Just that
Just
casually?
help me with
Alright,
it.
I think I jumped in the water a little too premature. Like I'm holding on to the edge.
hanging on the edge.
Like kids when they hang on the line at the pool or whatever.
And every now and again, like the
Yeah.
lake water will dip, and then he's just hanging there
Yeah.
above the water for a little bit. until he
Aw.
catches back up.
So, I don't know exactly how the bag of holding works.
Sure.
How can
Can a vendor
what-
get in the
That's
bag?
what I'm asking. Not a vendor.
So
No,
a
wow.
person
No,
can
no,
go
no.
inside it, but
No,
there's
it's
only
not
10
living.
minutes of air.
I will
Oh,
try
really?
that. I will try that.
So I would like to keep him in my bag of holding.
All right, now this is we've already
Edvard,
discussed this. It's
jump
an in or
in.
out thing, so
Yeah.
he can't like sit there with his head sticking out.
Yeah,
In the bag.
No.
Holy piece of
shit,
paper.
what happened to Edward?
I think I weigh more than you. I weigh more than you. So
Nope, I'm in.
Oh, you're in? Okay.
Yep.
He already jumped in.
Oh, you just.
Oh shit.
Soaking wet, he just dove headfirst into this bag.
So he's in this bag. So we have 10 minutes.
You have 10 minutes.
How far can we travel in 10 minutes?
Oh,
You-
a lot.
Go.
Can
Actually,
we
you
make it to
could.
the...
They're that
Sure.
far away? They're more than 10 minutes away?
No, go.
Which one is closer
No,
to the
go-
shore or the...
No, go to the boat. Did you see the boat?
Oh, so
Can we
you'll
go-
be. You're actually
Yeah, go to the
separated.
boat.
What?
Yeah.
No!
That's how it happens inside.
What?
the-
What happened?
Boo.
What happened?
Nothing.
So the. I will say you can see things.
Yeah.
Because wait, do you have night vision? Dark
Yeah.
vision?
Yeah, I'm a
then-
gnome.
Yeah. Oh, you're a rock gnome.
I'm a good gnome.
Yeah, so you can see things, but everything is all separated. So you're
Like there's a filing system.
right, right.
Like a mean librarian is there.
And when you are magically
I'm
summoned,
immediately disappointed. I'm like, stayed in the water.
Right next to the mic.
the Oh, so the what were we talking about?
So,
You
are we,
had it?
am I closer to the boat
Oh.
or to the
He'll
bank?
probably be the one, but
You
if-
are
yeah, I mean,
closer
I'll try to
at this
remember.
point
I
to
don't know what he's
If it's
the.
closer to the boat, we'll just go there.
You are closer to the boat, but
Can we get it? Can we get there in 10
Yeah,
Yes, we're going to the boat.
The boat.
Oh,
The
you-
boat.
you might-
Alona says we have to go to the boat. It's close
you
to
might be
We have
able
to go there.
to make it to the boat
We're
within 10 minutes.
going to go very fast.
Just
and then,
hold on.
Podcast.
I don't die at 10 minutes.
Audio.
no, no, no,
I start
we'll jump out
making-
and go
you
to
just
the
start
water.
Suffocating.
Suffocating.
Well, if we get within 30
You can't get out of the
feet,
bag?
you can teleport, right?
It's like,
No,
there's no
I
air.
guess
Just get out of the
so.
bag.
I got
Yeah.
Well, you can.
Roll an arcane.
He has character.
No, just
I wouldn't want to get out on the boat
Riven,
first,
just
though.
Direct-
just
no.
just
The
go.
fuck.
Just go to the boat. Go to the boat. I'll jump
I
off.
want to
Go-
like
go-
Yeah, no, you can't
close
jump
my
off.
eyes.
Yeah, I
You
was
against right
super
now?
excited.
Nope,
Yeah.
that's not working.
You're having a vision while you're meditating.
So
I'm like,
Alona tells Riven just go to the boat and
We're going to
Alona will
boat.
jump off.
We're going to boat.
Okay, alright. So, in your full heavy armor. Nice. Well,
Oh,
it's,
sorry.
it's mid-roll.
Yeah.
Somebody just fell off.
Okay,
It's
so
still
Alona
55
fell off.
pounds.
it's still quite heavy.
Still-
Alona spin fell off.
So-
Alright, so you. Hold on. I need the math because the boat was slowed down because he needed to put the fire out. But now the fire's out.
oh, you guys should have did this to me. That's what DMs don't talk about is math. How much math's involved.
You know what I found out today?
Dang.
From an IT guy? I found out that when you yawn, it's because your brain isn't getting enough oxygen.
They
Yep.
haven't proven that. They think
Really?
that. Yeah.
They think that, yeah.
I've never heard that.
Because there's no other
Do that
reason
when you run.
why it would be.
Too.
Yeah,
After
you'd
a
yawn
run.
more. Yep. But you would. There's no reason why it's so contagious either.
That's
Yeah,
so
that is
weird.
bizarre too.
It's
bizarre.
because other people think, oh, since he's yawning, I have to yawn too. Since maybe there's low air. In
Oh.
So yeah, there's some. Yeah.
that-
Well,
that's
it's
what they
totally a
think.
mental thing. I don't because it like if one of you guys yawned right now, even though I just yawned, I would totally yawn again.
So
100%.
when last time I read about all this crap, so the argument was that it was a desire to increase the oxygen in your blood, and that would allow like people sitting around the fire, like the cave people, to like fight or flight kind of thing.
Hey, way to
Stupidest
way to stay
thing.
in D&D, Tom.
Yeah. By the way,
I heard.
totally.
Yeah, I
right
was
on.
told this. a
We'll
lot.
edit all
Yeah,
this
edit
out.
that.
So this dude was like, try closing one nostril and breathing to get these really long, deep breaths. And he was like, if you do that throughout the day, he was like, you'll start to realize like you never yawn. Because he was like, I do it every day. He just closes the nostril and just.
Yeah, he needs to work more.
Yeah. Sounds like he's just
Yeah.
he has too much time on his
This IT
Okay.
guy, man.
Alright.
They
You
don't
mean a
work.
Walmart employee or like
Target?
I don't have
Roll.
enough
Is
time.
he tied at Target?
No,
Well,
nothing,
well,
nothing's
wait,
ever
no,
broken.
hold on.
Nothing's
I'm
ever
quitting tomorrow morning.
So you can hold your breath for the number of minutes equal to 1 plus your constitution modifier.
So
1 plus my con mod is 1.
I'm trying to get that
Okay.
to turn into something right now, and Target is cutting that
Okay,
short.
so you can hold your breath for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
12
they're
minutes?
playing games with me, and I don't.
Well,
So
11
plus-
minutes and 59 seconds and I pass out.
They need me so much more.
He gone.
I never need that.
It
So
drops
I'm
0
glad
and
for now
is
I'm
dying.
outside.
Okay, alright.
So I can focus on more
Okay.
important things.
Okay.
So, you traveling as fast as you can, it's hard to judge how fast time is going because at this point it's a race. Like you're there, you know this because you have attuned to your item, you know what it's capable of. So you know that there's a limit to how long he could be in there, but it's hard for you to gauge when should I pull him out.
When he starts knocking.
Yeah, there's gonna be no knocking coming from inside the bag.
Like the bag starts to like wiggle.
Well, technically, he's in a Pokeball right now. You're in your Pokeball.
Yeah.
Very
True.
spacious inside
So,
there.
so
Edvard, I choose you.
Just empties it out.
Yeah. So I go out with like spines and a tail. I breathe fire.
Edvard, I choose you.
You
Edvard.
go as fast as you can towards the boat, and when you begin nearing a spot where you are there,
Ilona, do you have any weapons?
yep, I have my spear and shield.
She's got a fierce heart.
Yeah.
you see probably about 2 rounds away is where the dwarf is on deck, and he's keeping the sail in place, moving at a steady rate, going north on this lake. And at this point, you can actually see the other side of the shore off in the distance.
You need to stand on the corner and yell his name.
No.
And
just like float down.
he is looking around, like looking for you. You're not in a spot. Well, actually, roll stealth check. This is something you're good at. Stealth with advantage, because it's you're flying and it's at night. Hard to see.
Lucky you had
We're gonna go with
advantage. It was
Natural one.
Oh, that's better. Not better.
Plus. Hold up. What do I get? Yeah, 18.
What?
Okay.
What? No.
Sorry. What?
Stop reacting that way.
Yeah,
It's not fun for you.
I rolled perception with disadvantage, and I rolled a natural 20 on the first one, and then a natural 1 on the second one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you are stealthing up on this person,
Wait.
and
It was disadvantage for you?
Yeah.
it was disadvantage for me
Because
because he's looking at night, and he's not. I mean, you're trying to stay in his blind spot. You can control if you're going up or down, so you're just kind of like, whoa, and you are a shadow in the night.
Yeah.
As long as Ilona doesn't sneeze,
or move.
or Evendur doesn't just start complaining about how cold it is, because you are freezing. Actually, you roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, with the wind. Yeah.
The wind and you're sopping wet.
You are drying off faster.
Major liability.
Ooh.
So it's probably a 10.
A 10 total?
Yeah, I'm about to find out.
I would like to know.
It is a 10.
Because if it's a
total.
10, he's good.
Okay, yeah, you're good with 10.
Alright.
It might get worse as the night goes on, though.
It suddenly begins to snow.
Yeah.
From inside your clothes.
Oh, gosh.
Spell's gone awry. Okay, so you have a round, and you can choose to do one of two things. You can choose to get near enough to the boat where you guys can then start attacking, or you can let Edvard out of the bag of holding. Like that at that point, this is like, you are close enough
Keeping him.
that he might be dead right now. Like,
Yeah.
you're not sure how much time has passed.
That's gonna be hard to clean up.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna like you defecate.
On purpose.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna melt like on all your paper.
Put all my goals inside the
bad.
bag and maybe that'll...
You just say, Edvard. And you hear from like down a hallway.
You can't. You can only reach in and then summon something from it. So
Oh, okay.
you know what everything
No.
is inside there, and so when you summon it forth, it comes out.
I was
So when
gonna-
you're like, Edvard, you'll just like, whoa, and you'll grab his head like,
Edvard,
Edvard,
And
go.
then we'll have to immediately jump. Like, okay, so I don't
can
want, I don't
open
want,
it over
that's
the
what I'm
side
gonna
of the
do.
water.
Yeah. So I don't want him to die.
Yep.
We're
Got
getting
Thank you.
relatively close.
you.
How close
Well,
are
I
we?
need you to protect me, is what it is.
This is a
Very
very new
selfish.
Riven we're
Yeah.
dealing with.
How close are we? Are we like right here or kind of like back here?
One round we can move 100.
One round, so
We're kinda
yeah,
like
you can
here.
move actually 120.
120.
Oh, so we're like all the way back
60
there.
feet.
Double
Yeah.
decker.
No, not at all.
flying
Yeah.
carpet.
So one round you'll be able to make it to the boat, or you can move 60 and then dump him over the side into the water.
Can she have somebody else dump me?
You don't want to get dumped, bro.
You're
Oh,
correct.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can.
I hate
have-
the metagame, but I'd also hate
No,
to
you're
get
right.
in the
That
water.
would save time. You
Yeah.
can do both.
Yep.
Because you could be like, hey, could you
So-
pull him out of there for me?
So yeah.
So
Ed,
you're focusing all of your attention on
yes.
moving forward
Oh,
toward the
yeah.
boat, and you tell somebody, reach in there and grab Edvard out.
Slowly
Yep.
get Edward.
Yep.
out of there.
Yeah.
Don't
I come
ask
out
for anything else.
totally naked, no pants.
It has happened. He has removed his
Hashtag,
pants
You're welcome.
while sitting inside.
I have my breastplate on though. Otherwise, I take a massive.
PC
Yeah.
drop. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I've just been sitting on all your crap.
Getting naked.
How high up are you?
How high up are we?
We are. So I know that we're about to let him
Yeah.
jump in.
Just my breastplate,
Yeah.
actually, is the only thing I have on.
Yeah, because Ilona was preparing to jump.
Nice
You-
move.
So you can pull him out so we don't.
And my shoes. I don't want to step on like
No,
a
no,
stick.
no, no.
I mean, yeah.
Splinters on that boat.
Splinters on feet, that's
His
the
weight.
worst.
You
You
can hold down.
already heard that there was some fire. Who knows
Uh-huh.
what the boat is
Over
like.
the
man.
water.
Okay.
Just
You're gonna jump on the boat, and Tordak's
Oh.
gonna be like,
Into the water.
I want a reason to
Like,
get back in that
goodbye.
bag. Roll that Arcana check.
Okay.
again.
All
Because
right.
he's a ranger
Yeah.
and he's been trained and all that, so we're
So
the bag
you make
is
it
open
up-
and he is jumping in naked
Oh,
with
I
a breastplate.
ninja roll out. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
How high up are you?
yeah. No.
So 30 feet. No, not
sorry.
30 feet.
Whoa! 10 times my height.
Oh, you're little. How high up is the boat? We are above the boat.
The
You're
boat's 5
So,
feet off the water.
on your round. You were able to like get as close or as far down as you wanted, so you could be like right above.
Pour me
That's where we
on
are.
the boat. Like,
No,
pour me.
we can't.
I'm like, spear, jab. It's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah, for
Sure.
sure. 100%.
If
Do
you
that.
grab my tail, I can.
No.
this
Yeah, that's.
The tail. It's
You gotta buy me
utility.
tail.
quick, bite my tail.
Yeah.
Right.
Well-
Just do it. There's no time.
At this point, I think it's a sexual thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
like.
At this point, I can just grab your tail. There's
I
no
feel
time.
like
Just bite it.
used.
Bite
Like,
it.
Edvard is not a piece of meat.
I just want you to pee on my tail.
Yeah. What?
Whoa.
So,
How would this
Like
work?
a
This
straight
situation?
R. Kelly. Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So how
Oh no,
high
no!
up?
I want to be. I want to
Okay, so-
launch like
This is
like
Riven's.
flying through the
blindly.
air.
It's Riven's
It's gonna be
decision.
awesome.
You might be unconscious. You're not even.
Yeah.
sure
So
yet.
No.
you
Launch him at Tordak.
Straight,
Yeah.
straight. The only thing I'm comfortable with is straight into the water.
Okay.
You're
All right. So
That is
But
not.
you're a ranger. You're trained, and I have faith that you're not gonna die.
this makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
The
It makes sense to leave Evendur in the sky for a minute.
how far away?
We need to
From
decide
the boat,
as a
yeah.
group that she is a very bad like decision maker.
Yeah, leader.
All right.
Maybe
So
This
she's
is
good at-
all of
But
her
no, we're
leadership right
Yeah.
here.
things
It's
I
your
need to
second
know.
time here.
There are
And
things
you
worse
already
than
know.
death.
Are you
Riven.
dropping him right next to the boat?
on the boat
Or like-
right in the water? if that is the case, I wanna be able to roll a dex like
Yeah.
like a cat trying to get into a pool.
Now that
Like all four, and you get the full Monty, right? Because I'm just breastplate and spear, and I'm all.
so
That's your
that will only matter if she is actually doing it right next to the boat. If it's back here, I mean, your dexterity is going to be like there's nothing to grab on.
What is my
So my intent-
dexterity?
It's not an attribute.
Yeah.
That's
Make a dexterity.
It's implied that
Yeah.
it's doing all right.
so Riven, where are you putting us?
As I come out, I'm like, it's very cold in there.
go to the boat. So he's gonna go as close to the boat as possible.
Yes,
So I'm trying to make
Riven.
him go onto.
Well done.
Don't judge me. It's cold.
Okay.
Don't judge it, it's freezing outside.
Yeah.
It's actually really comfortable. Like
Oh,
The
then I'm
temperature-
like full length.
like well, like
Riven's like her tail, right? It's
just
like,
it flickers a little nervously. So you
oh my word. Okay, quickler, faster. Take us out of this
Dump.
hole.
out, and at this point,
really enjoying this.
it is nearing the end of your 2 minutes of where you were
Yep.
just trying to hold it, and as soon as you are expelled forth from the bag of holding, you immediately and into the water. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
All
right.
Bro, you're
You see the face of who's pulling him out?
Freaking 3. 8.
He hasn't rolled good yet.
No, but I've retired 3 die so far.
Riven, what are you doing in the water?
Got like 9 more.
So he's already getting
I'm like,
Oh,
I'm retired 3
So Ilona, you were pulling him out.
no, I'm like, yeah, Riven, what are you doing?
All right.
Fish
So
nibbles and all.
you,
They're all in there.
I look like
You-
a fishing lure right now.
it
Yeah.
just like immediately, whoa, and you splash just right next to the boat.
Do I should even
No,
ask.
no,
No, I'm not asking.
No, no.
Next to it.
Okay.
All right. So we'll have everyone roll for initiative
we
so
have
we can
initiative.
keep track
Alright.
of this.
Everyone?
No, just.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Just.
Varius and Dorian don't.
Hey!
Oh, perfect.
It is a natural
I think you
20.
got your die.
Ooh,
Yep.
I only got a 5.
I got a 19.
20.
What'd you get?
220.
Various?
19.
What's your which natural 20?
Yeah.
3.
What's your dex
Was it
modifier?
3?
No, it's
So,
not.
Oh.
actually, in 5th edition, you just choose between yourselves.
Oh, okay.
No, I get
I want to
you.
go to second.
That was enough. Okay. But doesn't matter for us anyway.
So, okay.
We're
You
chilling
finally
back.
rolled a 20?
Nice.
18?
And it was my old remember the 5th edition box that came out the plate.
what was your roll?
Mine is
That's the dice
17.
And Evendur, what was your
19.
19? Okay. Wow, those guys rolled really high.
Hey, we're
Okay.
taking a short rest, by the way, DM.
Got it.
So
Got it.
You're
So
like
you can
halfway
spend
in
your
the
hit
second
dice.
quarter.
Burn hit dice.
Huh?
You can burn hit dice to heal
Oh wait, that's
during
not.
that time.
That's.
Oh.
I already
Well, if we
concealed
take a
our
rest-
camp.
You
Already buried the treasure.
You also buried Varius.
He's looking there.
Up to the neck.
I'm getting better.
Hey, buried up to the neck though.
Yeah.
No, you're just
Yeah.
weighing down.
And
all
like you have a
gold.
mermaid body
Yeah,
now
look on your face.
No,
because you're at the beach. What's that?
yeah, just weighing down all the gold.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen
Yeah.
that who plays Deadpool? Ryan
Reynolds.
Have you seen that tweet that blew up? And he was like, my daughter loves when I bury her neck deep in the sand. Her little face lights up when I show up the next day to get her.
Hey, so
say to pick her up.
meta, not meta.
Sure.
Like it's a mask or some crap that he has, and it just doesn't like fall off.
Why does it always come back
Ooh.
to me, dude? I'm trying to live right now.
It is something that
I'm just being big spooned by Dorian.
Okay.
I feel very scared.
Yeah, super
okay,
big.
so first
in
you-
my mind, my plan is drop this dude off. Hope he doesn't die. Hope he
Oh,
doesn't vote.
drop off. Like we need to redefine that. Like, pour out into sure doom.
So, in order to help him not die, I want, and also as a backup in case we start getting attacked, he can do like a whole sneak attack thing from the back. So I want to roll around from one of the sides, whichever one I feel like.
I'm gonna do
You guys
I'm
are
gonna do
struggling just
the
making
Rambo knife in the mouth. Maybe
Yeah,
seal
is that
up
what I
the.
envisioned?
That was
It's gonna be a lot
yeah,
less stealthy as you just emitted a whoop and
Yeah,
right
splash.
behind
I did not pencil dive.
the boat. No, it was not graceful at all.
Just a belly plow.
because she was kind of upending it over the side,
Yeah.
so whoa, like trying to find which way is up.
She was
on
like
the prime
shaking
material
you
thing.
into the water.
Yeah.
Out!
Get out of there! And
It
you
was
were
awkward when the loins were being exposed through the
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah.
So
You were
he
like
is
mid-dump,
now
that's
in the
why.
water.
Oh yeah.
It is Riven's turn. You are on the carpet.
I'm on the carpet.
What are you doing?
I want to look at Hordak
Can't
and
swim
see
that fast.
which, and kind of gauge which side of the boat I think we should go on.
Okay,
left
this,
or right?
like Hordak looks back just like as this is all going kind of like in slow motion. That's your move. He's turning back around because he heard the splash.
So
Hopefully.
he is right next to the edge of the boat.
Don't meddle.
No,
Oh,
no,
like
no.
on that side?
But
or
he
Yeah,
already
he's
knows.
right back here. You are hovering
I'm starting
5
to
feet
swim
above
to
him,
shore. I'm like
above the deck.
Oh.
Finding a new party.
Oh,
You
that's
know
really
you're on the
close. I
other
thought he was like on the
side
front
of
of the
the-
boat.
Oh no,
And I
because
don't have my
he's
pizza,
managing the
half
sails,
sails, or nothing.
pulling the sails in place, keeping them
I'm
tied.
show up naked on the
Do
other
I,
shore.
and I don't have,
Go
well, if that's the case, what I'd like to do is freaking go at it, though. I'd like to just.
Who do you want to kill next?
Alona pushed off.
Yeah, Ilona just pushes off.
One
Yes.
down.
Yeah.
No,
Hordak.
so
We were
What?
only
So
doing
he's
Hordak.
using the ropes to sail. I mean, he's trying to sail. He's
Right.
trying to, so he's got both hands preoccupied.
Right. He doesn't. He has his weapon nearby, but it's not in his hands.
So I would like. Oh, this is really stupid. Oh no, I don't want to hurt my carpet.
these two thoughts cross in front of your mind.
I am intrigued, like, what is qualified as stupid in Riven's mind? Like,
Yeah.
how bad is that?
I don't know.
I want to light myself on fire, jump. Like, I am interested. I'm intrigued. Intrigued.
So what I would like to do, I don't want to hurt my carpet. So I tell my carpet to go around. I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna tell my carpet to go around to this side with Ilona.
No, but you didn't know that you
On
can
it.
only be 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Before, okay.
Yeah, but I want it to go around on this side. I'm gonna jump off. With I have my dagger still. I'm gonna jump off with my dagger and try to cut the sail, the little ropes.
Oh, okay. All right. So now you have your daggers. You have your longsword. You could choose either one of those.
Longsword.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I think it makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up. Okay.
We're going this way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Because the boat
natural
is
one. She
bobbing.
falls in the water.
The boat's bobbing up and down. So we'll see if
So
how you land on the boat.
it occurs to me that if this all goes south, nobody else knows how to control the carpet.
Yeah.
Sorry,
This is
guys.
everybody's out right now. That's the thing.
Oh my.
Natural
God.
Is it with advantage?
No, it's a straight
natural one.
dexterity saving throw. Okay.
What were you rolling for? Then she goes in the water.
Oh, but she hits the rail first, makes it, and then falls in the water. Good night.
So you land on the deck,
Okay.
but it's not graceful. You fall prone.
You were doing
You like pull out your
Fall
sword,
prone?
and then as soon as you hit the deck, your legs land awkwardly and they buckle, and you fall on the ground.
No, but her tail would have like stabilized.
Oh yeah, is it?
It's not like not like a kangaroo tail.
Yeah.
Like you don't balance on your tail to do things. You
I cramp myself.
your tail is probably bruised from the fall, but
It needs a cast.
you jump
tail's just like
and you slip on the deck, and Tordak is just there. He sees this giant devil just jump out of the sky and land on the deck and fall prone right next to
a
him.
really bad night.
And he starts moving, but he doesn't know what to do first. Like, and you are there. You can still stand up on your turn, and you can still attack. You have your longsword out. You can use that to cut the ropes or to attack.
Cut the ropes.
Okay, so you're gonna stand up.
Yes.
All right,
And try not to die.
got it. Yeah, you roll trying to get up. Just pull yourself with some grace and dignity, and go ahead and make an attack roll on the ropes.
No one's seen that though.
Attack
No
roll.
one's seen that.
Where am I at? Fucking man.
Uh,
Two.
That didn't work.
The armor class of the rope is real low, so you cut the rope, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a natural one.
If I ever roll a natural one and something bad happens, I'm gonna remind you of this tonight. Like what happened.
Yeah.
It's a comedy of
Yeah.
errors. That's what this is. Okay, so you cut the rope out of Tordak's hand because he was applying some pressure to it. He kind of slips up. Let me see if he falls prone. He does not. He keeps himself. Dwarves have a low center of gravity. You know, they're low to the ground, hard to knock over. Okay, that is the end of your turn, unless you want to make a cunning action to move anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
she used it to disengage.
Right, you still have half your movement because you used half when you stood
No.
up.
Yeah, she burned. Yeah. So.
Can I
Yes,
just move to the side of this little whatever this is here?
Yes.
And get closer to my carpet?
The mast of
That.
the ship. Got it. Okay, so yeah, you take a swing at the ropes and then quickly circle around the other side of the mast. The next person in line is Edvard.
So
You're in the water.
I am. How fast did the boat go?
Turn on
The
shark
boat
infested.
is about 5 feet away from you. It has begun moving away.
Oh, so it hasn't moved yet.
No. Like you
Can
just
I
splashed in
swim?
and it's right there.
Can I get to the boat?
Yes, you can.
Done. That's all I'm gonna ask. Done. So I get to the boat. I do whatever it takes to get to and begin to climb up the boat.
Excellent. Go ahead and make a strength check to get onto
Yeah,
the boat.
that's
That's going to be your
one.
action.
That's in the water.
2. Let's see.
Is that a 4?
Yeah,
total?
just the
Or
6.
Okay, so
Just the 6.
you quickly gather yourself, see the carpet fly away, see the boat begin drifting away, and just like
that
swimming
guy.
towards it. Get up to the edge of it, find a little like spot on the side that you get your fingers into, and then try to reach up. And as soon as that happens, the boat bobs higher, just out of reach, and you're there, and you're holding onto the boat, so it's kind of dragging you, but you weren't able to make it up out of the water on your turn. You are holding on to the boat, though, so
Hey,
it isn't
I'll take
leaving
it.
you behind.
Yeah, I've got a.
No, that's a
I'm
good
in
thing.
a.
But it is cold.
This is the best
It's-
position I've been in all night.
freezing.
To be honest,
It is
To be
absolutely
fair, you
freezing.
can pee freely though.
It is Evendur.
Hey, so
There's that.
are you ready
You are
to
on the
like,
carpet.
commit to
That is being
this?
controlled by
dude?
Riven.
You just joined.
Oh.
You're suffocated.
yeah.
Almost drowned.
I'm having second thoughts. I'll be honest, Rudy.
Are we making use of spell components?
I mean, you still have your spell components.
So chromatic orb requires a diamond that's worth gold.
Yes.
Where's that piece of paper?
Oh,
Did you throw it away?
no.
But I read that an arcane focus is not. It can't take place of something that actually costs gold. Or
Yeah.
Right. So,
So I
it
can't
doesn't.
use it ever.
So the chromatic orb. That's
Yeah.
what it's called.
Uh-huh.
The 50 gold diamond. Unless it says that it's consumed by the spell, I don't think it does.
Okay.
You have it, and that is used to create this chromatic orb.
Then I'll go ahead and attack.
I can look that up though. Because normally, like higher things, like we need a chalice worth like 500 gold pieces or a diamond
The
worth
resurrection
1,000.
diamond. Yeah.
Those it specifically says this is
Consumed.
consumed by the spell. I'm pretty sure chromatic orb is not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it just says you need to have it. So you have it. That is what you're using as your
Hey, that's what's up.
material components to summon forth the chromatic orb.
Yeah.
You feel
I will
worse after not
use the
eating that?
cold so I don't burn down the boat again.
Yes. So you're using cold.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's been 2
I
weeks.
need.
Spell
You need
attack.
to make a
This
spell
week.
attack. Ranged spell
in
attack.
2 days.
15 plus 6, so that's 21.
That is a hit, sir.
3d8 for damage.
Yes. So you pull out a diamond from one of your mini spell component pockets. Fortunately, it didn't fall in the water.
Nice.
Or did it?
It's like attached to a lanyard.
No, you're good.
First one is 4.
I didn't realize this was hold on. I'll start with you.
Second one is 4.
The average so far.
Yeah. And a 3.
Okay.
11 damage.
11 damage. This sphere of ice, like a giant snowball, slams into Tortek.
So it is snow.
It is snowing.
Someone in your coat.
Okay. He takes 11 damage. He also spent a short rest. And
Whoa, whoa.
oh wait, no, you're right. You're right. He would have been putting the fire out.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't want to be a rules lawyer, but I am naked, being drugged by a boat. I don't even know if I have my spear.
Why are you
The naked part was my fault. I admit
so
that.
actively against?
Very well. Now he did have
Yeah.
healing potions on him. You don't know if he maybe took those because he did use a couple. On
Oh no!
Varius.
Yeah. I got no concerns.
But
with
he didn't spend a short rest. I will
Yeah.
say that.
that.
Fair.
I just didn't want like his spells to come back if he had anything crazy like that.
It has been over an hour that he has
Yeah.
been trying to put this fire out and getting north.
Because if that's the case, I let go of the boat.
You know
See you
what?
later.
This is my time.
It's making another character. Yeah.
He eschews his breastplate and
We don't know what
swims
that
naked
means,
to
but
shore.
okay.
Swimming in the Lake Mulsantir. Nothing better at night than swimming in. Okay, so you have shot that at him. Do you want to get onto deck?
No, I will use the height
Carpet.
advantage of the carpet to stay away
Okay.
from melee combat.
I think that's a wise decision. It is now Ilona's turn.
Okay. How high did you stop the rug?
It's just over the
It's
top
like
of the
5
deck.
feet over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alona's gonna hop off.
8 feet down. No.
Does he need to make a roll?
Yes, you do need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice, this is magnetic and everything.
+3. All right.
Dex. Dex.
And you're not trained. No, you got wisdom and charisma.
Oh,
Save
yeah,
the
I
throw.
think-
Dex.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Very well aware.
12.
At
Yeah,
that point,
you land.
me being
You don't
naked in a
fall over.
breastplate
It
is a
is
good
your
thing.
turn.
Okay.
Like,
She's gonna
Would
cast
you mess
spiritual
with a
weapon.
gnome that
Awesome.
walks out of the like
Right next
naked
to
with the
him.
breastplate? It's just like
It's like he's
All right. What do you use
it's
for
like,
your
it's like
spiritual
if,
weapon?
if you were a robber
I'm
and
just
you robbed
using
a
like
house and the guy
ghostly
comes with you with like
hand.
a
Okay.
sword, you're like,
This
whoa,
spectral
whoa,
claw
whoa,
death
this
appears in
guy's
the air,
nuts. Right, you
Okay.
back off.
and it's going to make an attack.
Yep, make an attack.
That's my hope.
What are you doing with your life right now? You're just like, are you like
He's
Making s'mores.
roll a.
Oh, for a second I thought we were
24.
being super serious.
Oh,
No.
actually,
Okay, that was a hit.
Like, what are you doing?
we're making a sandcastle.
24. So that's
Uh,
a hit.
But like
I thought
as we're making the sandcastle,
No, I was
like,
just joking about that. Him and I are making like the most
like the craziest sandcastle.
luxurious
And I'm-
sandcastle you've ever seen in your
So,
life.
And
10.
as we're doing this, I'm just like
Real
casually
quick.
talking to
And
him.
then
I'm like,
she's going to
you
use her
know,
action
I
to
just
do
feel
Ray of
like you're nicer
Enfeeblement
than the rest of the people aren't.
on Thordak.
Oh,
also.
dude.
I want
He's
this
gonna
Spiritual
start
weapon is a
doing
bonus
like.
action?
Yes.
He's going to punch you in the throat.
That is, you don't know the Dorian that I
Rudy
know.
doesn't talk about feelings.
Well, I think-
Dorian doesn't talk about feelings.
Didn't tell me this last time.
No, but I don't. I
was
sort of
wondering about
ignore it. I don't punch him in the throat. I'm just like
19.
Yeah,
That's a hit.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
all
Well,
strength
also, I'm
attacks
really
is half.
emotional right now.
Oh,
That-
okay.
that
I'm
is
really
taking
emotional.
no damage.
I'm super
All strength
emotional.
attack he does is half.
And then you're
Oh,
like,
like
sort of opening
quivering-
up a little bit,
quivering
like, really nice
voice.
to him, and then as soon as everybody else is drawing, you're like,
Then,
Varius wants to get real now that he's
Yeah.
died and is
Yeah.
still alive.
I'm just like,
He's gonna become a
Hey, I
cleric
talked to
now.
him.
Dorian's just keep digging up the bank so that the
Yeah.
fire doesn't show our position. And
No, I also
finished my vote yet?
tell him.
can you dig over on that side?
I also tell him that
Further.
yeah, Alona's going to walk closer
that
to
death
Thordak,
isn't
and that's
the
it.
worst thing.
Okay,
Oh, what is that?
that is a spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon. Ilona casts spiritual weapon, so attack hit Thordak. Also cast Ray of Enfeeblement on Thordak, so all of his strength for attack are half.
What is your spiritual weapon?
This
it-
glowing,
Corporeal hand
Oh,
comes out
nice.
and just
this this glowing ethereal claw. Has
I just have
appeared
that
in
hand,
air
which is not as spiritual.
has been summoned forth and makes an attack and scrapes it. But like you see it pass through the armor of Tordak, and like it feels like it's going inside him and causing damage, but it doesn't look like there's any outward manifestation because he still has his armor on. So
Worship.
it is
What
now
god do you worship?
Tordak's turn. Wait, everyone? Yes,
Yeah,
everyone's gone. Tordak
Kellamvor.
pulls out his
Nice.
great axe. He takes.
Sweet. Well, he's gonna move up towards the gnome.
He can move through that hand, right?
Just like
it just there.
He's up there, yeah. So gets next to him. That is a 27 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That hits me twice.
No. He meant he walked up to Ilona.
Okay, so strength attacks are half.
Half, so damage is half.
So it's 7 damage that you take, halved. So you take 7 damage. His axe, he brings it across, and it moves a little bit slower than he feels enfeebled, and swipes it across, and you just dodge back just out of the way just in time, but it still cuts
Then
across.
I'm gonna do I have to do a concentration save on that now.
Oh yes,
Oh.
and so 7. Wait, no, 10 is the concentration. It's 10 or the half of the.
And I have advantage since I'm a warcaster.
Oh, folks.
5.
Thank goodness you have advantage.
It's gonna be worse.
Ooh.
Constitution. Do you have Constitution?
People are gonna stop liking you out of games. You gotta stop.
All right, so spiritual
Technically,
weapon.
I said
No,
worse.
not spiritual
That's the
weapon,
same
but
thing.
Riven.
That's true.
So
that was
it wasn't
It's
worse.
strong play. That was a strong play.
So he cuts
did the
across you,
exact same
and just like the sheer amount of pain
Everyone
that
loves
you
you
receive
in
from
game. I
it,
know what
you
you're talking
kind of like
about.
blink your eyes, and in that moment, the enfeeblement ends on Tordak.
That's the first
So
time
this
she
is
got
this
hit,
gone
so that's
for
why
Ilona?
she lost concentration.
Is this
No,
gone?
no, that
Yeah,
stays.
this
That
is how
stays.
it
This
feels?
is not. It's not concentration.
This is miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time you've ever been hit ever. So
I know what? She just
She's
drops
like
it.
85.
not prepared for this.
Yeah.
This hurts. So it's Riven's turn.
Adventure is hard.
So I forgot to do this last time, but I'll do it now. I want to make a perception or insight, whichever one it is, to see if I can figure out where my crossbow might be.
Oh,
Or
yes.
the anchor.
Hey,
I'm focusing
You
on
hear
my-
a voice come
I am
from the water.
gonna die.
No. don't know
Yeah,
it's at the other end of the shore, and you just
Hey, stop meta.
I'll say
Stop
just
meta.
because you're looking and like scanning the deck really quick, go ahead and make a perception check. It's a real quick thing, so if you don't roll high enough, you won't spot it.
Nope. 10.
A 10? Okay, good. Yeah.
Natural 10.
Have the carpet pick
Oh,
up the
11.
All right. Yeah. You see it.
11.
Oh.
It's not like he hit it or anything. They are leaning against the front of the boat is the
Freaking
crossbow.
A, man. So that's what I want to do. I want to go get my crossbow with my mithril
Bolts.
bows.
Oh,
Bolts.
well, it would
Bolts.
be crossbow bolts. They're like
Bows.
darts. They're like.
Hey, you knew what you meant.
Yeah.
man.
Anyways, yeah. So anyway,
That thing.
you move up to the front. This is all terminology only I need to know. Okay, so you run up to it and grab it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend. That's about half your movement to get up to the front. You
Grab your crossbow. Grabbing your crossbow is your action. You have that now. Oh wait. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Can I call my carpet to come get me?
Your carpet
swoops over Evendur. Whoa!
Evendur tries to hold on. He's not in control of the carpet. He's just on for the ride. It swoops down and picks you up. You are there.
And I want
Ilona is now alone on the boat.
That was solid. That was a solid dad joke. That was yes, well done.
That was
My
good.
heart grows 2 sizes.
It's now Edvard's turn. So walk
Edvard
up.
would like to climb up on the boat.
Okay, makes a strength check.
Okay.
It's a 1. Well,
14 plus 4,
Yeah,
18,
you're
sucker.
You climb over the edge.
Not good.
There, directly in
Whoa,
front.
whoa, whoa, whoa! I climb and peek,
Okay, you
and I see.
fair is fair. You see standing in front of you the back of Tordak, who is currently engaged with this spectral clawed hand that keeps trying to move in at him, and Ilona there in
Back
her
to sitting down.
shining armor and whatever.
Dry on her rug.
She has a spear.
Oh, spear. She has a spear.
Oh, her? Okay.
No.
You
Do
draw
I
on
have
the
my
spear?
spear? That was my note. Do I have my spear?
You do have your spear.
You are kind and good DM.
I mean,
appreciate that.
There was the
I'd be
one.
like, no, you don't. And it's broke.
It was the one thing you managed to hang
it's
on
a
to.
mini spear.
You don't have
Like,
any
yeah,
spear.
2 spears.
You don't
Okay,
have the spear,
I
whatever
want
it is,
to. I have hominum. Does he have his full hit points? He doesn't actually. So, Hunter's Mark, suck fool.
Okay, he is
Attack.
marked.
Let's see.
Wait, are you
Of
climbing
life
on
does
the deck
this.
in order to make the attack?
Yeah, I want to jump on his back and stab him in the neck.
Because if you're going to be hanging from the side
You're gonna
trying to
jump
stab
off
him,
back.
So
He throws
imagine
you off
a
into
short-
the water.
You're more than welcome.
So I'm imagining a
Him?
a
Her?
a short
Yeah, she's right there.
a
Does she
short
know
girl.
that you're going to be jumping up to do that? Or
He is
there-
marked.
I feel like
No,
you might
she's
get hurt
probably-
by
This is for me to remember that he's marked.
Yeah.
I think
She's going to be like some
You good?
super magical spell.
I need to get those little rings.
abolished.
Yeah, I have
The
a.
bottle cap rings.
Yeah, or.
Yeah, keep going. What?
Anyway, so you're on there, you're making an attack roll with the spear, you're climbing up next to him.
Yeah, I
No,
want
he said
to.
he wants to jump on him.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh.
theatrical. I'm gonna like on his back kill, destroy.
Is that like a grapple though?
It's gonna be.
It's an awesome
An
check
attack roll.
for sure.
Would you get advantage
Awesome
since
check.
he is after me? Would you get advantage since
Oh my god.
Dordak is after me?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a splash in the water. He has ignored the splash because he's getting clawed and slashed from the front.
So,
Oh, I already have him.
so.
Okay.
Wizard throwing things at him. He's
yeah,
looking the opposite direction. You have
What?
advantage on your attack roll.
I have advantage, which is awesome. And I'm gonna see if I die.
I think we both get.
Oh,
advantage.
19 plus a bunch, right? It
That's
hits.
a hit.
Okay, I need to make sure. This is the first time I've attacked with this seed. It is so 2 hands, right?
Yes.
D10 plus.
The spear is d6.
But not if you're a spear master.
Oh, snap!
And it's 2-handed.
Oh, versatile.
So D10. Where's my D10s, man? So D10 plus 4
Yeah.
plus a D8 because Colossus plus
Hunter's mark.
Hunter's Mark D6,
That's
All right.
which is
roll
awesome.
damage. That's a little naked.
I want
and
yeah,
wet gnome.
and nightmare damage, right?
I mean, I'm not
And naked damage. So 13 plus 4, 17.
17 damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done, sir.
Yep.
Okay.
You mean y'all?
Ja.
Das ist gut, ja.
Das ist gut.
So a short dwarf is getting attacked by a gnome and a halfling.
Yep.
Just
This is like, you gotta pay for this. Anybody who's watching, like, tips for
This
sure.
is, I mean, nobody wants to address it, but there are little circuses that go around where
Yeah.
they pay the little
Yeah.
folk to fight.
Immediately, you're like, business plan, right? and I'm naked, but I have a belt for ones, like singles, you know? I still have the belt on. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm the giant strongman.
Oh, for sure. You throw. Yeah, oh, for sure.
Where's the traveling circus?
It's gonna be great.
So actually ask Evendur, I'm like, do you have like a spell that'll like record this?
Snapchat.
Blackmail. Yeah.
It's a cantrip. It's but you have to practice it a little
It's
bit more.
called Destroy Future.
Live stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live
So-
stream this to Waterdeep right
Yeah,
now.
so 13. Or 17.
Okay, he takes 17 damage from the back. This tiny little gnome comes overboard and
Crazy goat eyes, like we talked about. Somebody has like contacts, right?
Yes,
Yeah, but
he
they
has the
keep
lizard.
clipping. That's right. Yeah.
he's,
They're not
he's
contact.
I know.
slammed the spear into his back. It digs like very deep into a section where the armor splits, where the top part of his armor and the bottom plating goes, and it just stabs him in the lower back, and he just kills, like in pain, just from behind. There is now a spear sticking out of his back. Are you standing on the side of the rail of the boat?
He's hanging on the spear, his little legs.
I want to be like.
Dwarf doesn't seem like
Oh yeah. No. I mean, I want to be like as attached Velcro style to him as possible. Like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
All right. All right. I will say that you are
Because my next
occupying-
move is to bite him. I'm leaving the spear in.
You are real close behind him.
holding the
Yeah.
spear, like trying to push it forward while he's trying to like anything that sticks you. Obviously, you're gonna back away from it. It is Meow and Vendor's turn,
Meow.
and then Ilona next.
You're gonna roll with his jokes.
Long neck.
I'm gonna use a firebolt and attack him again.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Go ahead and make a spell attack. roll.
I'm attached to him.
17.
All right, that's a. Oh wait, plus your
Oh wait, 11 plus 6 is a 17.
11. Oh, okay.
It's a miss.
Is
The
that
firebolt
stuff on?
slams into a part of his great axe that he has in front, and it just like just
Oh.
Wow.
singes the edge of his great axe.
He deflected.
Yeah.
Edward's
right.
like,
Like a
oh,
Jedi.
He's like,
I'm
oh.
naked, right? I'm like,
All right, so
I went my turn.
all right, you are done with your turn. Is Ilona's turn?
Okay, Alona's gonna
Naked
the spiritual weapon attacks.
Yes.
You're like a naked Yoda.
oh, for sure. 13.
So, 13 plus 5. Sure.
That's a miss.
5, 18.
Okay, that is a hit.
Oh.
18.
18 does hit.
That's the magic number. Alright.
18 is the loneliest number.
How big of a dick is that dude in Las Vegas? Like, what's his problem?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
Master.
Serious. He wired
11.
$100,000 to the Philippines last
11
week.
for a spiritual
Are you
weapon.
serious?
And then she's gonna poke him
some
with a
bonus.
spear.
And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just had it all planned
So,
out. He had sensors down
15
the
plus
hallway,
8.
so you know when to off
So
himself.
23.
Is that
The
Yeah.
poke
Yeah,
with
you
a
can.
spear.
Okay, that.
Anyways.
Wait, 15 plus what?
13 plus 8.
super
Oh, yeah, okay.
sad though? Like, what the hell's your problem?
3
Tree.
plus 6, 9.
9 damage. You spear him from the front, spear style.
Yeah.
It's just like
In the eye.
Well, I don't want to say anything, but
you are right behind him.
like
Just like
from back and then from front, like
It's just like the
Pays a lot of
dirtiest
money.
Britney
It's all-
Spears episode going on in front of you.
I've just got like this metal shirt on. Yeah,
you just see a ghost hand just doing this.
And one
Oh,
of your-
yeah.
one of your
But it's like-
nipples is pierced.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
What was the total damage roll?
So it was
Oh, hey, what did we decide? I had a tattoo last time. What was it? What was it? Tweety Bird or something?
You said
9
we had
for
a
the
chance
spear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Dragonfly?
that was
Oh no, it was the belly button. I had the
Oh,
the
yeah.
sun of the
11.
belly button or something. That's right.
11 for the weapon, spiritual weapon.
Okay. All right.
So
Oh wait,
jeez.
the spiritual weapon hit too.
yeah, spiritual weapon hit.
All right. So total 20 damage.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So when you lose concentration on that, what happens?
It doesn't lose concentration.
It was
you
a
can't-
ray of enfeeblement that did.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Spiritual weapon will just be like chilling there
Yeah.
until.
Until it's
Until
done.
further notice.
Indeed. Okay, so he takes 20 damage from the claw that
The
goes
claw.
through his armor
Dang.
and sucks his life force out, while the spear sticks him from the front. It is now Tordak's turn. And Tordak.
He jumps off.
Yeah. It's like
But you're hanging on, you're hanging on to go.
yeah.
Tordak is going to.
Wait. Can we? Okay, because it's his turn, right?
Yeah.
I specifically left my spear in.
Yes.
Right. My next move is to bite him.
Yes.
Which again, I don't want to just, but it's on theme.
Yeah.
So, can we control him like a stuffed pig?
Well,
I mean, he's gonna get stronger than us, but
so he has
It
the
would
great
be
axe
awesome.
in front, and as soon as the spear stuck him, he,
Oh, he
swung
came
it
back
across
out.
to break the haft
Okay.
of the spear, but you pulled
Yeah.
it back, so he didn't. So he
I
is
gotta
only
buy
being
a boar
stuck
spear.
from the back. He is going to. He's just taking it from behind, and he is
Loving it.
going to try and disengage from the spear that is stabbing him behind, and move
I would react.
over to the rail.
so if he can't, so I'm holding it, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything we need to like this like?
Oh yeah, we'll do a strength
I
versus.
mean, he's gonna win
or,
unless I like
Well, yeah, it's gonna be.
do some judo.
Also, attack of opportunities.
No,
So you disengaged.
he disengaged.
Oh,
No, spiritual weapons on him too.
No. Spiritual weapon doesn't get up.
Nothing does when you have.
oh, you know what? When he moves, no. When he moves, I will. I'll pull. I pull those spear back out. Yeah.
All right.
You need to go with him.
No, because he's gonna jump over and he's gonna take my spear, and then I'm really gonna. It's only cool to bite if you have the option, right? When you have to. That's
He is up on the rail. He is going to pull his dwarven thrower into his. He's going to put his great axe in his other arm.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Throw it at the person who stabbed him in the back.
Oh, I am gonna like 300 him.
You're gonna
off
catch
the,
it.
off the balcony. Yeah.
It's a 17 to hit.
Hey, even though the railing is taller than you, you're still gonna Sparta him off the railing. It's just right here. You're like,
There's like a barrel or something,
Yeah, just-
like I can like kip up on.
No,
As soon as he disengages from you and you pull your spear back,
Yes.
he reaches back around and throws the dwarven hammer at you. It
Matrix.
slams into you for 11 points of damage.
A
And-
third of my hip.
Who even is this dwarf? Man?
And
Yeah, he's like He-Man. Like, have you ever seen
immediately
He-Man?
after it slams into you, it just and it
Thor sound.
goes right back to his hand.
Dude,
Is that half damage though?
No. I broke concentration.
Oh, you broke it. I'm back.
Right.
She got scratched.
And
Oh,
just
yeah.
so you know, that was an action surge because he disengaged, and that was his action. So,
So he's a fighter.
You missed that.
he's standing up on the rail,
Dude, we should have never let this dude
and
do
it
this.
is now
so mad.
Riven's turn. Riven, you have your crossbow. You are flying on the carpet. You are happy as a tiefling world.
I'm so happy right now. I just
She leaves everyone.
I did think of a name for the boat. Riven's Vein, for sure. That's what it's gonna be.
I like it.
Yeah.
So,
Always good to name it after a lady.
is it possible? Do I see a good way for me to make a decent shot?
You
with my
have a
crossbow?
clear shot at him. He's standing up on the edge of the rail of the
I
boat.
take that shot.
Okay, go ahead and roll a ranged attack roll.
Ranged attack roll.
So you're gonna add 2 plus your dexterity modifier to your attack roll.
Oh, she had natural 19.
19
Nice.
plus my
You
dexterity.
don't
They're
need that.
they're mithril, so it would have been 1 more too. So you do hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That's
A crossbow is D6, unless it's a heavy. Oh wait, is it a heavy crossbow? That's a D10.
Well.
Just once.
Oh, she got 10.
10.
Nice.
All right. How do you want to do this? You are killing him with this crossbow shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say we are at 43 hit points right now.
Hopefully he doesn't fall in the water.
How is he positioned?
He's standing
right
precariously on the edge
like
of the boat.
koozie on the.
He's on the
camera.
edge of the boat?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna float, like when you drop your keys off the boat. It's going to be one of those
Is he
things,
facing
right?
Oh, he has
towards me? Or is,
nice
how's he
foreplay,
facing?
too.
Yeah.
Like towards
He's facing
the boat?
the boat. His feet are on the railing. And
I'm going right here.
okay.
I'm going right between the
Headshot.
eyes.
All right. Where there's he's wearing a helmet that has the little nose guard on it, and the crossbow bolt. Because you're at such close range, and because it is a mithril crossbow bolt, so it's
Shot
not.
out of hatred.
That's right.
So good.
It slams into his forehead, and for a moment, his body jerks, and he falls backwards
Kill
off
shot.
the boat,
Oh.
immediately into the water. And
Does
starts
she shoot the
sinking.
crossbow sideways like this, like kill shot?
You tell me.
That would be awesome.
It's gonna be held with two hands. Though,
Yeah.
the crossbow bolt. So you gotta.
No, it's like those guys who shoot like shotguns with one.
Just shoot ricochets back. Just
Yeah, no, there's a
I
big
like
kick.
to do that.
I am being
on
a dick.
flying carpet. That's
Sorry.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
As it
yeah.
is.
Oh yeah, there's no.
That's true. You already have style points for being on
Yeah.
the carpet.
Hey,
Okay, so he falls into the water.
Ed remembers what Dorian told him.
And I'm
What
like,
was that?
Give me that hammer.
Is that hammer?
Let me make one roll here. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so he as he is falling off the edge, the
it's a big
He throws it.
it goes on forever.
he drops the great axe that he was holding, and it like heavily falls onto the deck as he falls holding the dwarven hammer into the water. So the great axe. did
Whose
fall
turn is
into
it?
the boat. Now it is Riven, then it is Edvard.
It's not Evendur's.
No, you
Yeah,
go before.
Evendur-
Evendur
after
is third, and then Ilona's fourth.
Okay, so she says jump in the water, and I'm like, like your mom telling you to clean your room, and I'm like, yeah.
You just like
And I like drop the spear, and I'm all like straight up like sequence swimmer, whatever those things are called.
yeah, it's
Synchronized swimmer. Yeah, for sure.
Sequence swimmer.
Yeah,
They
sequence.
glue the sequence to their body.
Yeah.
like
Oh, that's
this.
how my breastplate is for sure. Like all like
Sequence.
plumb sequence.
Indeed, it's going to help you sink faster.
Yeah, because to be honest, well, he is marked,
Oh yeah.
which means
that you can hunt him down.
I can.
How deep is this in the water in the middle of this lake?
No, you're not in the middle. You're towards the shore.
Well, I mean, like it's within sight.
Oh.
That shore is within sight. The back one is no longer in sight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm taking a long. How long has it been?
It's probably been like
it's definitely
An hour
been an
and
hour.
30
We've been in
minutes.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
We have been in 3 rounds right now, but it
So
was
I
at
woke
least
up
an
from
hour.
my nap, and I'm like, dang, it's still not
Well,
here.
they all died.
it did.
Like you walk to the fridge, get some Oreos.
He begins talking to Varius, like Varius, you know, a lot of people die, and we're just gonna have to accept the reality. He's just
I would
giving-
never say that. I'll just be like, death. There's worse things than death.
Maybe it's like when Moses comes off the mount and like everybody's freaking out, Lord of the Rings style, worshiping like a calf, and when we come back, it's like totally blown out of proportion. Like you're sacrificing various, and we're like, whoa, we got all this stuff. We have a boat. Yeah, you're all,
Guys, they got
Joe versus volcano.
It's so cool.
Guys,
It's been 2 hours.
somebody untie me.
You can't watch a good movie in that short of time.
versus volcano.
Yeah, whatever the freak it is. What is? Well, how does that work? I've never played
So
a
you're going to
ranger.
make strength checks.
No,
to
no,
swim down towards him.
Yeah, so
He's sinking fast.
but I am actively swimming, right?
Yes.
So he is going to fall at
He's going
half
to
the speed
sink.
I will swim,
Yes.
right?
His turn. Fell. Yes.
Because he's just dropping and I'm actively go, right?
Yes.
So when I get there Is he wearing the amulet of power?
You will have to see.
We should take
Okay.
his entire
So go ahead
body.
and make
Because if it's amulet of power or the thing,
I mean, you can throw the
17 plus 4.
his body.
Okay, 21. You do make it to him. You swim actively down towards his body, and
Plus,
he's
I
just-
dive in, Benji.
Right.
Like I'm like
Right.
now I pencil dive Varius
Back up and then you're like,
straight up pencil dive.
Fortunately,
No drag.
You jumped in immediately after he fell in, and that you have dark vision, so you can see where he is falling into
Yeah.
the lake.
you start
Dive
as you're
in,
swimming,
grab.
Aw.
You grab him, and
you see the tail.
you
And you're like,
grab the tail.
She's like constantly trying to just become point of gravity. Like everybody's like, God, settle down. Jeez.
You. All right. So you jumped in after him. You are
So,
grabbing the
I wanna
super heavy
see-
dwarf.
Yeah. So I'm grabbing his breastplate.
Mhm.
Hammer, mithril arrow. Do I see the amulet of power?
Immediately on him, you don't see it anywhere in the
oh
open.
yeah, you need that. I
The-
told you that also.
The dwarven hammer is like the only reason why it hasn't separated from him is because it has a little wrist thing.
Leather strap.
Yeah,
The koozie
leather
thing, I'm
strap.
telling you.
Yeah.
So you are now going to need to make a strength check to get back to the surface with him.
Do I need to make? Oh,
It's
so
gonna
I'm not
be-
taking with him. I don't care.
Oh, you're just.
I just want his crap.
Oh, you want to?
All right, so you're okay. All right.
Wait a minute.
You want to try?
He's
it?
sinking fast. You can try and bring him back up to the surface with you, like.
Yeah,
and you're
because
in
water, they
water.
weigh light.
He weighs less than water,
Yeah,
but
less
it
than
is
water.
it's still noticeably harder to swim up.
If
the
you're gonna let me
surface.
do that, then show.
I will let you do that.
Yeah.
It will
Do
be
do I
a
do it
speed
this round or next round?
check. It will be this round.
Okay. With
Yeah,
advantage.
Come on, dude. You got this.
Definitely not with advantage.
That's off the table. It doesn't count. 8, 12.
12. Okay, you begin getting closer to.
I
the
should have been a
surface.
freaking halfling and the lucky points.
Yes, right. You didn't make it all the way to the surface, but it's just like you can see the boat there, and it's drifting away from you. It is
Totally normal. Right, I've seen this before.
It will go to the next person's
Yeah.
turn. Evendur and Ilona.
Uh,
Can you turn the boat around and make it go back?
yeah, sure, we can do that. Is that gonna take up my action?
You can. So you
Wait for me to get on the boat.
you have never. Well, okay. So
Yeah.
the best of my knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and
I
make
thought you were just like go back to shore.
an intelligence check to see if you can figure out actually how to sail.
Yeah.
Oh,
With you.
Yeah.
Are you
serious?
Well, before that, how
Because
far
I
am I
need
from?
to-
That's why I always
Edvard?
bring it up.
You can't. You just saw him jump into the water and looking over the edge. You see him down, but like depth is distorted in the water, like
I'm
so
gonna
you see him below.
Toss
This.
the 60-foot rope in his general direction.
Okay, the
one
rope.
one is obviously
I'm on the opposite
tied to the mast.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
I need the
What
tail.
is this? I need a tail. I need a tail.
So I tie one onto the mast and I throw the rest into the water.
Are you still
Alright.
pantsless?
For sure.
Okay, so that actually is going to be your action. So you won't be able to begin trying to see if you can sail this thing until next turn. So it's going to be Ilona's turn.
I can do that, maybe.
Oh,
Do I see any anchor?
Go ahead and make a perception check
I don't want to anchor.
with advantage. There's no combat. You're looking actively for it.
It's like just a rock tied to a rope.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Yes. So you see a panel towards the back that tucks into the boat, and you slide it over, and there inside is an anchor and a small cache of items. So
She pushes the anchor over.
the anchor goes over the edge.
Small
You
cash.
see the anchor drop into the water near you.
It's trying to kill me all different kinds of ways, man.
As you go, you just hear that underwater, just like a small echo, and look over to the side, and just like it looks like a metal devil. Just
Yeah. Cannonballs over the edge.
Cool.
Okay, that was Ilona's turn. Tordek is dead.
Yeah, right.
Top of the round, Riven, then Edvard.
You guys aren't going to believe
My
the
turn.
sandcastle.
Yeah, it's
That'd be great.
You
And all
guys,
the time in the
you're
world.
gonna get home
On
and
your
you're gonna be
carpet.
like, this is a house.
So, there's no threat.
This is our new home.
I'm not concerned. I know that the anchor has been dropped. I know there's some shit going on in the back of the boat, and he's trying to get my bolt and bring it back on. So I, at this point, am very interested in seeing what else is on the boat.
Okay. All
Before
right.
anybody else.
Go ahead and make
Everybody's
an
pretty
investigation check.
Okay.
You do see the panel that Ilona opens.
Nice.
What are you, 14? Oh, wait. Hold
I
up.
got like a 16.
16.
16. Okay. There is cleverly hidden on the surface of the deck in front of the wooden mast right by you. There's this little section for
Behind the Chick-fil-A cup.
right, and the only reason
Suddenly, a Chick-fil-A cup.
Yeah.
Iceberg. Iceberg.
I want a number one with bacon.
A Chick-fil-A sized iceberg.
Yeah.
the
Appears on the boat.
panel itself, the only reason why you noticed it is because there is burn marks from where burning hands had begun to the fire get over, and the wood itself looks a little bit weakened in that area. So you something's off about that, and reach down and pull it up. There's a little compartment that looks like it's used for stowing. Like smugglers hold on a ship. There is
Zombies inside.
Cloud?
Oh, sorry.
just like the moans of the undead. No, you see these clay jars that are all
Take all of them.
put very meticulously in place so that they won't rock or fall over. They have like a cheesecloth covering over the top of them. It's like this wet blanket over the top that's been secured with rope so that whatever's inside won't slosh out. That is all sitting at the bottom of this boat.
With Cloud.
You're going to take all of them and just
Can I?
this one's mine, and this one's mine, and this one's mine, and this.
I'm tempted, but I can't see into any of
No,
them at all.
no,
It's
it's
all
not.
completely.
You'd need
So-
to open it up.
I don't want to meta. You played D&D before? So, whenever I don't want.
I don't want
What is it?
something to die. If
Yeah.
it's alive, I don't want it to die. So I'm kind of thinking. I kind of want to stick.
All right.
In one.
The ship explodes.
I'm literally seeing that episode of Game of Thrones and they use dragon fire.
Yep.
I'm toast.
A
This is gonna be
beholder.
very bad,
Yeah.
but
Comes out.
No.
I'm still
You're
very
out. You're
interested.
in the
Tiny
water.
beholders.
You'll be
No,
alive.
A swarm of tiny beholders.
I'm hoping it's a live thing.
you unsecure, so it's
I
going to
hope
be the
it's
rest of your turn, but you unsecure the rope and then just peek into it. You do hear like a liquid sloshing, and as soon as you open it up, you have just this rank, smell that assails your senses. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
To stop yourself from throwing up.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Oh, you're fine. Throw up. Who cares?
She throws up.
I throw
It's
up
a
everywhere.
6.
And then
No, it's lower than 10.
It's a nat 6 plus whatever.
So-
Lower than 10.
Riven pulls up this little panel, looks around, looks down, and then the next thing you see is just all over the deck.
Can I run to the back of the boat?
It's an
right where
immediate
he
thing.
is?
Yeah,
It's like one of
You throw up on
Yeah,
Hey,
go on him. in
your
the
guys' brand new boat, she christens it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's water on the deck, and it's just mixing with it, so it's moving with the rocking of the boat.
So I
For
don't want whatever this is. Do I have any kind of insight as to what this
He's
thing
funny
might
as you're
be?
smacking.
on your next turn, I will
He's
allow
funny
you
as you're
to make
smacking right
a
now.
check on that. It is a
Edvard.
Edvard. What's your walk?
Just a straight
Yes, strength check.
17 plus 4.
Nice. You, seeing the anchor by you, use that to help you get up out of the water as well. Pulling him up, you get onto the surface of the water, and you're dragging Tordak, and his body is still weighing down in the water, and so you're there at the edge of the boat. But it's going to take some assistance from somebody else to pull.
Okay.
Is there rope near
Do I see the amulet of power yet?
You can begin looking for it, yeah, if you want.
Can I do it now?
Yeah, go ahead. You have him up there
Investigation or perception?
again. Investigation.
11 plus 3. And I'm trained!
And you're trained in looking for...
Crap. Amulets of power. Duh. I have that specific feat. Yeah.
I have been
It's
trying to-
Unearthed Arcana. You probably haven't read it yet.
Whatever items.
I'll bring the printout next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that to Ben often. Hey, it's in on Earth.
Yeah, it's cool.
I
I'll
look it
let
up
you-
during the week, so
Yeah.
I'm making sure that I'm on top of the rules. The
6th edition.
yes, you don't see the amulet in anywhere that you're checking like the obvious places.
And can I get if I try to grab, it's probably my turn's probably over, but can I try to grab the arrow or the hammer without letting go of the guy, or is there too much risk?
That's going to be too much.
Oh
Like,
yeah. So I just
you'll
I'm
then
like,
have to
well,
tread water. Right now you're.
I
like,
hope
holding on
somebody
to the boat.
comes and gets me.
Well, now I wanted to make sure that you could break the surface. Now that that majority of threat is out of the way, go ahead and make. Now it's on you to see if you can sail this boat. Does anybody have sailing experience?
Nope.
Well, the anchor's down, so you're not really gonna sail.
True, but I'm seeing
Why
you
are we
get
going
back.
anywhere?
Nobody has sailing experience. You try to sail anyway. You're like, this thing sucks. You just kind of like back and forth.
Sucks.
But
Oh, we're gonna leave if you guys aren't back in like 8 hours.
Yeah.
We're rolling
They're
out.
dead.
There is a dead wizard on the boat.
Actually, not even 8 hours.
Is there
4.
still?
is still wait.
That's not meta,
No.
but
No, he was.
you just toss him overboard.
He was not on deck when you guys showed up.
You got tossed overboard.
Whoa.
Is the rope
I was.
near Tordak and Edvard by any chance? The one that I threw into the
Yeah,
water?
well,
Am I on
the
the
rope
rope or
is-
the anchor?
You're on the anchor,
Yeah.
so the rope is in the water, but like you have the other end, so you just start pulling it in.
He said, "Oh, I got you."
Yeah, no. So like the threat has passed, so we're no longer even going in turn order. So now you are
And plus, the boat's not moving, so I'm not.
right. It's holding the boat kind of in
Hold
place.
the boat.
So
Our bolt.
what was your intelligence check to see if you knew how to
It's
sail
the bolt's
this boat?
still in the head, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's
And the
a
hammer's
natural
on the
20.
wrist.
Natural 20.
High five, Evendur. Well done.
So, fun fact about Evendur, growing up on the Sword Coast in Waterdeep, he went to Wizard Academy, and one of the many things that they love to do recreationally is take little, dinghies out into the water.
He went to like the fancy prep wizard
He
school,
really did.
and like was on the what's the skull with the row
row
team? Yeah, he was like the fancy. I knew you were rich. Country club
It's,
wizard. He like rolls rolls his shirts, pops his collar.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's funny because that is how I have described Evendur this entire time. Like,
Really?
he has a really nice place.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah?
sorry guys, this is kind of like a
His
lower end.
portable hole is like super posh. It's got like a wet bar in there.
He's got like he has magical locks on his door to his home that
Yeah.
like, stop intruders from getting in.
That
He
is
has-
awesome.
He has a lot of cool things, and so when they went to go check it out, they were like, this is super nice.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is not how I grew up.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Definitely not how I grew up.
you do know how to sail. So you begin instructing them. You have to replace the rope that was cut, and you have a very wet rope that would conveniently be able to.
But just
Serve
leave
that
Ed in
purpose.
the water. He's fine.
Yeah. I'm like Ice Cube.
He's made.
But I float now.
Edvard has made it overboard.
Yeah.
He is very cold. Can we start another fire on this boat?
Do you want
Yeah.
to leave the corpse in the water, or do you want to bring it back on?
No, let's
Oh,
pull
yeah.
him out. Let's search him.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
so,
you pulled it on.
I'm going to toss the rope back down to you. You can tie it around him. We'll
So
try-
first thing I do is put the rope around, chest and shoulder, underarm, like Coast Guard style, right?
Right.
However those guys do it. And I watch like Discovery episodes. I know.
Edvard would know.
Is that a blow?
Yeah.
Is that a blow?
Yeah. And so, and then once he's like not floating away, I'm like, screw that guy, and I like scampering on the boat, and I'm like taking people's cloaks, and I'm like,
Yeah, freezing. Do you put your pants back on?
my pants are in
Are they
her
in
bag.
Yeah, they're
They are part
You
of
guys
your
are getting
bag
really
now.
funny, aren't you?
In your inventory,
Yeah,
you
I
can.
have-
Yeah. Oh no. I'm not concerned about being, but I do like I do want like any kind of furs. Her carpet, I like wrap up in her carpet.
You're wet.
You and Evendur are both wet.
It's not the wet that you're worried about.
the
So whatever. Yeah. Just, and do I take any damage or like any conditions or anything for being
roll a
ice
Constitution
cube?
saving throw.
10 plus 1?
10 plus 1. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
You're very uncomfortably cold,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not dying from it.
And yet I don't give you your pants back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even
She like
bring it
wraps
No.
me up in her tail, and I'm like,
It's cold.
I mean, it's warm.
I'm like, can I have my pants? Oh, they're getting clean. They're getting dry cleaned.
I will let you borrow my cloak. You can wrap it up in it.
Thank you. But it's made of like cold leather. She keeps her scarf. That would be awesome.
My
She has like
extra
2
gloves.
cloaks, and she's like, "Oh, you're cold."
Here, you can have a pair of my extra gloves. My hands are.
Oh, but it's all
sweaty.
yeah, exactly. We're in Aspen. Your cloak's like super long though.
Yeah.
So I'm
Where's
cruising
the-
around on the
Oh,
boat
way taller than me.
like Queen of England style.
It's trailing behind you.
You're naked with a breastplate.
Did you guys bring up the pork yet?
Yeah. It's
no,
on
we did that
there.
before I came.
Can you
along.
want to detect magic and try to find shit?
Did you have a spell
let's-
slot for it?
So
Yeah,
if everybody's here, let's pull the anchor up and turn this sucker fool
Yeah, I'll
around.
pull the anchor
Let's do
up.
that first.
Evendur begins instructing you guys. It's like, all right, I'm gonna need your help. It takes a lot of upper body strength, and it's not my forte. You guys help him bring the sail around. It's gonna take a full hour for you guys to get back to shore.
Didn't I cut the ropes?
You did. You replaced it
You
with the rope.
replaced it?
Yeah.
Okay, well done.
I'm gonna cast detect magic as a ritual, so it does not use
Alright.
a spell slot.
All right, that's
It
going to
takes
be
10 minutes. To
10
cast.
minutes to
Yeah.
cast. You are doing that. You have this substance inside these jars underneath the boat. Go ahead and make a
Do you tell anybody
history
Yeah.
check. Well, everyone kind of like sees it. Like
Oh, you
it's
see
a,
throw
smells
up.
it.
That's right.
she threw up everywhere.
So
There's
they're
a hole
holding
in
the
the
jar.
middle of.
that? Oh,
like-
I was thinking she was inside.
Oh no!
No.
She pulled up this thing,
Like
and there's a
a
little
trap, yeah.
smuggler's hole.
Like, yeah,
underneath.
where you keep the
Damn it.
Yeah.
But as far as everybody else knows, there's a jar.
A jar.
What does it
Got
smell like?
Hey,
It's
hey, Dylan.
a
Smells like
like
we
a
get
very
loot and
rancid,
gold. We
sour,
didn't even
like
fight.
smell of decay.
That's how you do it.
So,
Kick it back by
Priestess
the
of
fire.
Kalimdor,
You know,
Guardian
you
of the Dead. What does Kalimdor do? No, he keeps people out of.
He enumerates
Alright.
the
Yeah.
dead.
Yes.
What am I rolling?
What's
for?
all the dead things in
And,
here?
history to see if you know what this
A
is.
lot of things.
History.
Oh yeah, after you died.
I didn't die.
Was like
dude. I
was
didn't
it like
really conscious.
Egyptian style urn?
It is just
Like
a clay
terracotta pot.
jar.
On the
Okay.
AC.
Yeah,
They're just
clay pot jar.
ashes of people. What's the big deal?
History, so 12.
Okay, now this you haven't dealt with this particularly before, but you know that it is an illegal substance that is used
Still have it.
Skooma.
on the streets.
Oh, so
Hold on.
it's
Sell
straight
them
up drugs.
I'll
I
take
have.
all
Good
of
money.
it and put it in my bag.
Sounds like a really good way to get arrested in a foreign country.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Foreign country.
Yeah.
Like
I'm already
here-
on the drugs. I'm naked, walking around in her robe. It's like pink, right? I can't go to prison like this.
I don't know what happened. I woke up and
Yeah.
I was naked.
Yeah. Officer.
We're pretty persuasive.
They
I
kidnapped
am
me.
not.
They all
actually.
kidnapped me. They kidnapped
Oh yeah, your Tiefling's get a plus
Yeah.
to charisma.
Oh, okay. So the street name for it is Reaper.
Reaper.
Ooh.
So do you?
And I have-
I asked her, do you drink it? Do you
Uh,
smoke it?
She doesn't know.
You aren't familiar with how it's ingested, only that it has been used in the unsavory areas to get a bump fix.
Is there a way that I can put all of that into my bag without anybody noticing? Or does everybody pretty much watch me while I take all of the little
It's
jars?
Yeah. Why do you trust no one? I have jumped over the edge of the
Yeah,
boat.
that is
so.
That is it.
After throwing up, I will say there wouldn't be really room for it to not for people not to notice that
Hey
you're
guys, I
taking.
think I'm gonna take all of this and maybe we can sell it later.
No, no,
Uh,
wait,
hey.
wait. This is
So amulet.
Now
Okay.
you know that about this.
If-
Nobody else has tried to see what it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
How long does it take me to get not cold?
It's going to be probably the whole trip back.
Okay. When can I move my fingers?
You can move.
When can I want to look for the amulet of power and or other historical artifacts?
So you don't need to roll an investigation check now that he's on deck. Pretty much you're like stripping him layer by layer, making sure there's no hidden pockets. There is a small leather thong that is wrapped like underneath his armor. And when you take it off, it goes over to the side, and inside there is the amulet, and it is it has like a very powerful thrum to it, like a heartbeat. And you recognize it because you were holding it at one point.
Yeah.
Is it magical?
It is.
So in about 6 minutes, it's gonna start glowing, and everyone that will know.
Everyone will see it, yeah.
Why?
No.
Ain't no secrets from me.
Detect magic. He's
Oh,
casting.
I'm not hiding it. I thought like demons were gonna come down from the ceiling or something. Okay, yeah, I don't care.
No, so detect magic, everything lights up.
I'm not trying to. I'm the smallest guy here. I'm not trying to pull anything.
No,
over
I
on-
think you're taller than me.
Oh yeah.
You're slightly. It's like a hand.
But what?
Handful
Okay.
of inches between the two.
Yeah.
So you know what it is already, right?
He doesn't know what it is.
Oh, okay. So
He just knows where he found it.
Yeah, and it belongs in a museum.
Oh yeah, and then I tell him about the stuff in the where the anchor
I like
was.
tag it and like
There's-
So the stuff where the anchor was, you said there
Reference
was
number,
stuff
index
there.
it.
Yes. Sorry, I have a thing for this.
Yep, the stuff where the anchor was.
Oh,
What?
Nice.
in the water?
Was
No,
there
no,
anything
no.
else
Oh,
on
on-
the toilet?
Yeah, there's like seaweed down there. There's
There's some pictures of this
Edvard's down there.
again. Push.
Yeah, right.
Was there anything else on Tordak's body?
Yeah, the hammer.
The hammer.
Hammer, your arrow.
giant thrower. Actually, I have his character sheet.
Oh, the
I like
pickaxe,
because I don't
Those
understand how
gadgets are
tieflings work, Benji. I'm like super overt with all of my gestures. I'm like, look, your arrow, and I give it to her like as some kind of like Indian trait. I'm all friends. Right? I don't want to go in the water. I'd like my pants back eventually.
This overly
Riven doesn't care.
overly polite.
She takes that and the amulet. And my breastplate. And her coat back.
Take my coat.
There
She
is.
rubs her tail on you.
Yeah. And she's like this, and I'm all worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah.
Word.
There's enough gold in the little hold for there to be 72 pieces of gold for every person if divided evenly. There's also 3 bottles.
72 divided by 4?
No.
No, for each.
Okay.
So that would be it evenly divided between.
Hey, so since they've commandeered the boat,
72 pieces of gold for 4 people.
So yes,
No,
it would be
72 for
more. It would be
6.
72 for 6.
Okay, that was my question.
So the
So the real
so
question is, guys,
144
Yes.
could be divided.
Do they know about
That's
Dorian?
fine with me. Yeah.
No one knows about it.
They
now.
don't,
So screw that. I'm like, hey, this is a really bad idea to steal from Dorian. The guy lived with a dragon and then is not dead. Plus, he's got goat eyes and scales, sequins.
I forgot you
actually they're
analyzed them.
contacts. I've seen them drift sometimes.
Well, no, he's scary AF.
Now it's like,
So it's, we're not stealing from him because he's not here and he didn't
No, but he's equally part of our group.
Are we going to
signed
not
out.
give him the
Yeah.
hammer?
Who?
I'm all for giving him the hammer. I just want to split his gold.
No, we're gonna split evenly. We have 6 people, right?
We have 4 people that fought.
No, we have
2
we
people
have
didn't do
we-
shit. One almost died. I saved him.
What do
That's
you
his
mean?
reward.
I will.
Okay. I will take 72. Although I feel like I deserve quite a bit more. I don't know what happens, but I take 72 pieces of gold. And then tell you, I will not lie if he asks me. But I won't tell him.
So
I'm just
since
not gonna
they've
lie.
commandeered the
sense
boat,
that,
doesn't
and I
that mean that
Oh, no,
my gold and
I tell
platinum
you.
are just
You tell
sitting
me.
on the
Oh
deck?
yeah, I'm not.
They are.
No.
Yeah, it's just on the deck.
So
So he
I
fears
decide.
me more
Yeah,
than
those
No,
are
he's
there.
in love
Okay.
with me, is what it
Let's
is.
see
Yeah,
what
I don't
happens.
like
No,
Maybe
I'm
We all can't carry him.
genuinely
So-
scared of him. The only reason I
You
liked
want,
him
his
before.
autographs and all that. Like,
Oh, that's because he's famous.
yeah.
Yeah. No, he
No,
literally
they
is.
don't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so
I'm telling you
Yeah.
everything I know about him. He's a rock star in Rashemi.
What?
Yeah, straight up rock star status.
So between the 4 of you, it's 108. divided.
So
even.
I'm
No.
a little uncomfortable taking
72.
this gold because he's gonna rat us out.
No, I am not a rat, right? Right? Snitches get stitches. But I ain't gonna lie. First of all, you don't want me lying because that ain't gonna roll well. And then second of all, when, not if, he finds out, it's gonna be bad.
So I just make a mental note to not completely trust this guy.
God.
Don't trust the guy being straight up.
Yeah, don't trust the guy that's being.
As far as when it comes to loot.
Yeah.
And
I don't trust him when it comes to being dishonest.
I don't.
Yes,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't trust you to be on my side. You're gonna be on the side of the right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Righteous or
Yep.
what have you, and I'm not always on that side.
I'm
so-
just like on the not dying side.
You
Really?
have 12
I feel like
jars.
You
I've
had
done
him.
pretty
You
well on
had
that
him in your
side.
purse like a chihuahua.
Oh, straight up, princess, yeah.
You had him in your purse like a chihuahua.
Hey,
and
you
dumped
ask
him
him
in
if
the
he
ocean.
wants to go back in the purse. Do you want
Yeah.
to go back? No, we're good. We're good.
But I really would like my pants. I'm like wearing Tordak's pants.
Just
Super tight.
very,
You're
very
gonna pay attention.
Oh no, he was in
a little bit
jogging
bigger than
pants
you.
for sure. Like,
jogging.
yeah. Or
Edvard
coat
is
shorts.
just-
You
Edvard
have
just taking
12
the hands off his dead guy.
Clay jars
These
of
look
Reaper.
great.
12.
This is
Oh,
fit.
okay.
But she took all 12?
I took all of them.
Yep.
How big are these jars?
They're like
Riven will
like a
will
vase
take
size
everything.
jar.
Yeah, so you got, well, obviously,
What do
you
you
know
take- what are you
she has
doing
a
right
bag
now?
of
Hold
gold.
up.
I told everybody about
Also
the
on
stuff I
deck
found.
is
What
you
did you
know
find?
it's
All right.
definitely
So I'm
Varius.
like, hey, ¿Qué estes? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know either. I'm over
Yeah.
here. Like, I found all the stuff. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell
yeah,
everybody.
there's
As-
4
as you
bottles
guys are
of Elven
talking-
Fire Wine.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to organize my bag of
Age
holding, and I call your pants
1350
out.
beyond.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't like it in there anymore.
Yeah.
I call your pants out.
Can I yeah. I have my,
Very,
do I get my
very
other
old
crap?
bottles.
What was that?
Is the
Their
boat
age
Just my
is
pants, no underwear now.
1350 DR.
No underwear, just the.
Yeah.
The current year is 1500.
coming back to shore right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
We hope.
It is.
Yeah, we have
Well, I mean,
Yale.
we're trusting
Yale's
Evendur to do
uh,
that.
Harvard Evendur is taking us back.
Yeah.
It's
He
Yale.
pops
Yale
his collar
sounds
on
like
his
a
robe.
fish.
Yeah.
And
As
says,
he's
guys,
sailing,
this is my environment.
Tips his hat
the
kinda
wind's
sideways.
blowing in his
Yeah.
hair, and he's just
Wait.
like,
But the wind's
My
blowing
favorite
this way.
terrain is
Yeah.
vacation.
He's wearing a Greek lettered frat shirt now.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's a cantrip. I just make
Yeah.
it appear. It's just,
All right, so 72 gold.
Full
yeah,
wizard
it takes
sail.
a full hour for you guys to replace the rope, get back around,
Yeah.
and make it to the shore where the camp has been set up. But
Yeah.
you make it all the way to shore, bring it up onto shore, and
and they hit our fucking castle.
No, we don't. But the waves for sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
like the
Varius
boat
and
comes
I
up.
are just like,
It's right as you like finish like the flag in the tower. It's like crush.
you
Yeah,
see,
no,
you
we're-
see
we're
them coming
behind it,
straight
and,
for it,
like,
and you begin trying
I'm
to
on
wave
your
them away.
shoulder.
no,
trying to, like,
can
finish
I
the top of it.
stop the boat?
He's gonna atlas it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check to stop this boat that's coming towards shore.
You guys don't understand. This sandcastle's like 10 feet high.
Yeah, and plus
This
you guys
is
have
like-
bonded over it.
This is like 30
It is a
feet
symbol
long.
of your friendship.
This it is.
As will be
Quite
its.
literally.
Dorian
It's,
wades
fall.
into the water, attempting to stop the sailboat that's coming ashore.
I don't
No
do it. I'm
way.
just like, Dorian, stop it!
Yeah.
You know he does stop it, but the waves still hit.
15. Okay, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage
Worth
as you're
Oh!
As you speed bump the boat, just
and it like drags you a little ways. You have partially the boat is like on top of you, but as soon as you
Hey,
you
But
stop it
does it
from
still hit the
Yeah.
castle?
the castle's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
at this point, I look at Riven. I'm like, look, you really want to steal this guy's money? Like, he's crazy.
That was our
Doesn't care about
sandcastle!
nothing.
Detect magic find anything?
Oh, yes. So the detect magic identified. I have Tordak's character sheet here.
Now that I am interested in potentially not sharing with other people.
What?
The magical
Magic
glowing
stuff.
item in your pocket.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure written down.
Is that a magical?
Would you like me to
sacred
identify that
or
for you?
something?
Oh yeah.
Actually,
And spells,
it's-
so,
Yeah, let's pull that up.
I'm actually really. I'm so sad that I'm
actually.
As soon as I stop getting
There's like
crushed
several
by the
different
boat,
things,
I
but
would
I
like
could
to
find a
climb
power
up
amulet.
and see
Like-
what's going on.
And
power
I
and
hand
couple
you
different
your
things.
72 pieces of
Gives you
gold.
more stuff.
And then I'm just gonna follow Dorian because I don't want to be
Tell
alone.
you that
So
you're on your 72.
I'm just right behind
And,
him.
hey, just so
What is
you
this
know,
for?
Edvard didn't even want to give this to you. That's what she
Edvard
says.
didn't even want to go on the trip.
I'm like,
He wanted to leave you guys. I had to dive into the water to save your hammer. Oh, I give you your hammer. Bing.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to say, I think this whole experience has been like the most interesting part of the campaign so far.
So I pull you
This
to
has
the
been
side
the
and ask
most
you
interesting thing.
if you
Much
found
more
the
than the
amulet.
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bing.
Oh yeah,
He's
where's our
identifying it right now. We don't know what it's.
yeah? Where's our stuff?
So it's
doing.
also
It's on-
identified
it's
as
on-
a ritual, so it'll take 10 minutes to.
Wait.
Yeah.
Dorian
Yeah, where?
buried it
No
all.
problem.
Well,
I'm
let
very
me see what you guys got, and I'll tell you where the rest of the stuff's at. That way we make sure we're all on the same plane.
When he says that, I'm gonna be like, nice.
"Got you."
There's a good possibility.
Oh, that's
I'm thinking to myself.
Google.
Okay.
I don't say this out loud. But there's a good
There
possibility
we go.
that if you don't just answer the question and tell us where the stuff is, I might land my carpet on your castle.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
I'm
her bag of
so
holding
emotionally
smells like
unstable
total-
right now. If you do that, I'm gonna lose my
It's
So-
terrible.
It's such a pleasant experience inside there because everything is kept isolated.
Yeah.
Even the smells don't.
Ooh.
Oh, the smells don't cross.
Yeah.
She didn't spill any of it like on the outside.
No, they're bound
what's
so
in
that they won't
Yeah.
spill out.
It's just
And then
space.
there's stealing.
Yeah. What's the street value of those things?
You know, it's pretty good. Not as
Black
good as
market
the
or
We probably
Definitely
shouldn't
not
be
as
carrying
good
that
as the
though.
carpet, but for the right buyers.
Right,
it's
what are you guys talking about?
good. Okay, so it's a dwarven.
I don't.
dwarf.
We
I
don't
would
know.
like to walk
Jed
over
told us
to
anything.
my gold
Right, we don't know
platinum
about
on the ship
the
and pick it
urns
up
or
and put
whatever.
it in.
They
my
left it
saw-
there.
I saw something
It's
Yeah.
yours. You have your
One
gold
needs
and your
to
platinum
throw.
back.
Yeah.
Wait,
Or
There weren't any of my weapons on the boat, were there?
Yeah.
Was
there anything over there?
Everything
Your
of yours.
bow.
I tell her,
And I wanna grab
she's
that
like
too.
keeping
Okay.
jars
I
of
grabbed that
vomit.
too.
Like she's touching everybody. I have like I don't know how organized the business is, but I definitely have like some HR concerns with the tail. I had to walk around with no pants for the last
You
hour.
chose to walk around with no-
That's fair. I retract that complaint.
First
Yeah.
items.
All right.
Definitely not
Bird, I
OSHA
think, took his
certified.
items and sailed off,
Like she's
right?
diving in the water
What
twice. I do it twice.
happened to
By the
Vert's
way.
items? Didn't he just take them with him and he
took
sailed
them
off?
with
Yeah,
him.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
He took the flaming longsword. He took
Dorian's
his
just
magic
nodding
quiver.
like
Oh wait, no, he doesn't
he's
have.
not really-
That's-
Quiver is on the boat.
That's what I was at. Yeah.
The quiver of Ender the Bard.
And
You
I
guys
swoop.
have that. It was on the boat.
I swoop as I'm over there.
All right.
That's what we were asking for.
Quiver
what-
of
that's
Ender the
what you
Bard. It's totally an awesome item. Okay. The
I
great
think
axe
it's
is
most
magical.
useful with
It's
me
a plus
because I have the
one great
bow
axe,
So,
and its
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
is Stoneheart.
What is?
The great
Great
axe.
axe.
That sword axe job.
It has it
You
written
have
in
a-
Dwarven on the side.
You use a
That'd
great
make a
don't you?
beautiful horse.
Yeah,
This
I
is
use a
the
great
stone
axe.
part?
I use two-handed and
He has a heart
one-handed
of
because
stone.
when I grapple, I use a one-handed weapon.
Is the hammer versus? Is it like a one-handed hammer? Or is it a war? What
It's
is
a
it?
great axe, so it's the
That
1d12.
hammer's
That's a
D8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is one-handed.
A
You
maul.
could use
That's what
it-
I was thinking.
You could use it as a regular hammer or throw it
Yeah.
as a
Right.
projectile.
I look at this thing and just get sick. Like I just look at the great axe and I just.
Oh yeah, from when
Still
it-
got some
when
drow
it-
blood.
Yeah.
What do you use a crossbow? What else?
What's it called? Dragon
Crossbow, long sword, some daggers.
Stoneheart.
Stoneheart.
Plus one great
My
axe.
magic missile.
Yeah.
Go.
Go!
That's her main ability. Go.
There's the Dwarven Thrower. And that is plus one.
Weak sauce.
What was his plate? What was he wearing?
Yeah,
His armor?
let's pull that up on here. Oh, there was 123 gold pieces.
Dwarven thrower is a +1.
Yeah.
What do you mean by +1?
+1 attack, +1 damage.
But the thing comes back to your
it's
hand.
natural,
It's like
yeah.
a never end. That thing's awesome.
Yeah, but the range is only 30 feet.
I mean,
Or
if
60
you don't
feet.
want it,
36 feet.
Yeah.
No,
yes,
yeah.
the National Archaeological Society of Rochester will be more than happy.
He has a smoking pot. Like he's got like regular things. His armor is +1.
I do give you the
Dwarven plate.
the ring of warmth, and I give you the.
Do you have any other unique items?
Anybody want this
Two magical
dwarven plate?
items.
Nice.
Dwarven plate.
And
Do you want it?
Can you wear heavy armor?
No, oh, it's plate armor.
Yeah.
How did I carry that? No, it doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. No, I can only. I mean, I can't. No, I can't.
No, you can drag, right? Just technically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Oh,
I can't
never mind.
dwarven
Dwarven plate is +2 to AC.
oh wow,
So it's plate
That's
mail
so good.
plus
we
2
could
on top
sell
of that.
it if no one uses it.
In addition, if an effect moves you against your will along the ground, you can use a reaction to reduce that distance by 10 feet.
Yeah. Varius, what is your character or your class?
Assassin.
So rogue.
They're both rogues.
Okay, I was wrong
You're
about the dwarven
rogues.
thrower too. Who was using the dwarven thrower? It's +3.
There you
Holy,
go.
That's more like it. That's like
So
Here's the dwarven thrower and the
Hell yeah.
dwarven plate.
Good loot, man.
So, yeah, he had.
Hey, that was worth it.
so nobody wants this dwarven
All in a
plate.
day's work, right?
Yep.
Guess I'll take the dwarven plate.
Save my castle. Oh, you guys' stuff's over there.
You're like you got your like bunny slippers on.
Well, the rolls went everyone's way. Okay, so
I took the other 102 gold pieces on him,
got it.
and
No one said. I didn't say anything. I don't
that
care.
is how we roll, I guess.
All right, so you are on
What did you-
the
Ring of
southern
Warmth?
coast.
Yeah, I gave you the ring of warmth and the Sunade's grace or Suni's grace.
Sune.
How do you spell it?
Sune.
Oh,
S-U-N-A.
S-U-N-A.
S-U-N-E. Sune. Sune Firemane, the goddess of beauty and lust.
What is that?
and eroticism.
It gives
Oh
you-
man, I better put my pants on before
It
I.
gives you,
look in that
it
guy.
gives you advantage on all charisma checks for 4 hours.
Yes.
If I just look in it, or
If
what?
you use it, it magically.
Radical.
So it's like it puts it makes your appearance more pleasant. It like cleans you up. It gives you like a facial cleanse, like all instantly. And you.
I am not mean or vindictive, but I do try to get Riven to look at it. What happens?
She sees your face.
Her face doesn't change.
You have to spend the action for the day to use that. So she would have to use it on herself to improve her appearance. It like puts like eyeshadow and makeup on for
Well,
women.
I'd for sure use
For
that.
men,
every
I guess
day.
if you would want to like, do it like that, then
Yeah, I don't know, man. Hey.
you look more
Judge.
pleasing after wearing it.
Yeah.
Because of Sune.
Okay.
Okay.
That's gonna go in the. That's like the first item ever in the
Sune's
museum.
Oh, well.
Which is really just like it's like a kiosk in like an old mall, or not even a real mall. It's like a strip mall.
Outdoor
What does the
strip
Ring of
mall.
Warmth do?
It in degrees of -60, you don't take like any sort of disadvantage.
You also have resistance to cold damage.
Yeah, resistance.
I take it and I'm like, where was that? An hour and a half ago.
Hey, didn't know you were gonna jump.
Yeah.
Balls deep in the
Yeah,
water.
literally.
So Dorian, can you tell us where are the rest of the stuff?
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's right there.
rest of the stuff and power amulet. He
Can I
ritual.
identify that using ritual?
You can't. Oh! A
Amulet
ritual
of
with
power.
a ritual of identify the spell to identify the amulet.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Let me
Alon
look
goes
up
around the corner,
identify
puts on the
really
dwarven armor.
It's 10 minutes to cast.
Who puts on
and it
dwarven?
reveals the
Yeah,
item,
you do.
how to
You're
use
wearing it?
What properties
Yeah.
it has.
I think
Nice.
you absolutely should.
Nice.
22 AC now.
Are you serious? Jeez, my AC's 16.
That's dope.
That is.
You should sell the mithril. If you can.
Oh, you have mithril?
I have mithril chainmail, but I still have your
Oh,
armor.
I can't take that. What would you want, the mithril or the heavy plate? Is mithril just like no disadvantage?
Yeah, mithril did no disadvantage on stealth.
But it's magic dwarven armor. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, dwarven armor, and if someone tried to hold me, I get the.
That's pretty good because
Yeah.
you're like cute and holdable.
But
Yeah,
I'm
you are a prime target for guinea kid now.
No, but I'm stronger than them. I'm 21 strength.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll just do the. Oh yeah. Do the.
You just like rip people's hearts out. Yeah.
So, do we rest to get
Yes.
a tune?
Yeah, we should
Long rest.
probably.
It's already like what, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning?
It's
Probably 3 in the morning.
it's probably about closer to like getting close to midnight.
How much noise we make on? How close are we to the other town?
Cirthe is off in the distance because you guys angled.
It's at least an hour away.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell them.
Sure.
I can tell them the conversation I've been having in my head with that other dude in the ring.
Like everything's just getting worse for Edvard. Like, who are these people? He's talking to his ring over here. What was that conversation?
Yeah. I'll pull it up real fast.
So the amulet.
Oh yeah.
When you cast the identify spell over it, you get this very strong presence of like an other world, and you sense just that it is called the Eye of Hadar. So you have it is definitely cursed, and as soon as you realize that, you just drop it. Like, okay. So fortunately, you had the identify spell and didn't like put it on and try to attune to it.
Oh god.
Meanwhile, Edvard's like, wink.
The eye itself.
Eye of Hadar.
It has some control over the undead, but the properties itself has. It's strange because your connection with it, like obviously you can tell that it has some control over the undead, but you don't know to what extent because there's just this powerful aura around it that is making it difficult to see what exactly it does.
Yeah, you should probably destroy that.
Whoa!
You should probably destroy that.
There, I told Benji there's we actually Edvard started a new division within the National Archaeological Society of Rashomon called the Rashemi Antiquities Acquisitions Directorate. So it's like official. I have the badge, which I made. And I'm like, well, this needs to be reported to
Destroyed,
the authorities. Yeah, we're going to take care of it.
Destroyed.
Yeah. Destroy like how Ghostbusters destroyed the ghosts.
No, like gone from existence.
Yes.
In-game
just like in
references
Ghostbusters. But yes, absolutely. Yeah. Because the undead, that's bad, right, Kellenborg? No bueno.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of it.
So
As soon as I see Kellenborg, it's gone.
after we rest, I guess we could decide where we're going next.
Oh, Ilona just drops the mithril chainmail to the side.
Whoa!
Alright, you guys show up here. I'm gonna go.
Scoop? Are you for real?
It's 55 pounds.
Let me show you guys.
Who?
I'm already carrying 300.
Oh, this
It'll be
sand
320
stuff.
pounds I'm carrying.
My sand umbrella.
I had to just drop it.
This is the most, not just at this level, this is the most magic items
So
I've ever had in
dude's
D&D.
name is
Ever.
Billiard.
Mithril chainmail.
Yeah, he was
Is it a
on
shirt
a
or
ship.
a full body?
Full body
Cease right.
chainmail.
Okay.
Fighting some dude.
It's
named
already about the
Captain
same size, so it's good.
Yeah.
You don't need to really adjust it.
Can I, it's heavy armor, I can't wear it.
Hold on a second.
You can, but
What's the bonus? Plus what to AC?
It's
Does he wanna hear
16.
this? Do they want to hear this?
16.
You probably do, but
wearing armor that you're not proficient with wearing will impose some
all those
disadvantages
stuff right
on
now.
like skill checks, etc.
Nah, I'm good.
So
So
You guys want to hear?
yeah.
you guys have identified items. Oh, yes.
Yes.
So the dude in the ring of mind shielding is named Billiard. He was sailing on the ship to Sea Sprite with Captain Deuteramont, and they were engaged in battle with a guy called Captain Kensidon from a city called Luskin.
Ooh.
And he says, so Billiard says he was able to kill the Lich Arkland Grief of the Arcane Brotherhood, but he ended up dying in the fight also, so that's why his soul is in the ring in the first place. He says, you must get me to a cleric who can restore me. The city of Luskin is in great peril. We've got Drow at the city gates and are waiting to walk in and attack and take over everything.
So everyone looks at Varius.
Varys is like, that is terrible.
Yeah, your cousins are trying to take over the city.
Distant cousins. like cousins in Alabama kind of
So
thing.
why is
Like
this
all drows.
our-
Like all drows.
our charge?
I mean,
A cleric of what?
You don't
And
know.
also,
you don't know
do
on
you
anything.
know
No,
where
no,
we
I don't know
are?
anything at all.
no. I have no idea where we are.
We're on the other side of the
You
world.
did roll about Rashomon last week, and you did recognize that. This is a map of the known continent of Faerun. You are currently here by Lake. Wait, hold on. Lake Mulsantir is where? Right here's Surthay, so you're like right about here. Your place is all the way over here in Waterdeep.
Like where we started?
Yeah.
Luskin is right over there.
That's where
Waterdeep.
Luskin is.
Luskin
It's
is
on the-
I didn't realize we traveled
north
this far.
of
You think Jerry still at the river?
Waterdeep, all the way up here.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
traveled
I mean,
through that
probably
magical
you
portal
paid 1 gold. I mean, live
from
off that for 5 months.
California to Maine.
Is it a sustainable
What if you're telling
portal?
me that we traveled an entire continent?
No,
All you know as far
Portal.
as the person who traveled back is when he said the word Dalmastir.
That. That's
It
how we ended
disappeared.
up here.
So
tell
could
more about
we set up?
Use the teleport.
Okay, where is this portal?
The portal itself is
We have to go back
Back in the
3
castle.
here
days.
up in the mountain
try to find the
area
dungeon
in
you were
Thathay,
in.
but it's not like too far
And
in.
find
It's
this
just
other
between
one.
these
3
two
days of
areas.
travel.
Would it be an
I thought we
appropriate
walked really
place
long walk.
for
Well, when we got to the dungeon,
a
it was just a
franchise
long walk. I thought it was like a
location
couple
of
hours.
National
day.
Archaeological Society of Rashomon?
So
And
it's
we have
currently
to
in
be
Satellite
Oh,
office.
yeah.
in the Thayan border.
So I just tell this guy to.
So you would
Just
have
burn
to
a boat, right?
appeal to the Red Wizards of
Failure
Thay
should
and
cast
get a
a
permit
flying
to
stone
purchase
so
the
we can
land
companions
and
wish.
become
Oh,
the rightful
yeah.
owner.
I bet this
So if
happens to level
I
5.
did that, like
Yeah.
got all the stamps,
Oh,
and the
okay.
signatures,
Yeah.
would they honor that?
The
And it flies for only 10 minutes, actually.
as far as you know,
Every
the
10
Red
minutes
Wizards
you
of
start
Thay,
falling.
while they are known for
Long
their
rest, fly, long rest, fly.
savory practices and magic,
Long rest. 10
they
minutes.
do keep a law
I guess we
order.
can
You know this
So
mask of,
what would it take
Tandem
and how
is all
long?
about?
And then what does it cost
What's
to
it
have
called?
like
Mask of Tandem?
a group protect?
Because I want to.
Yeah, that-
Sure. So
I
you'll
wanna make sure
basically
Boston not gonna,
be the
like,
cost of
become
setting up a
more
guild,
or have something bad happen to me if I do that.
Probably
How much would that
And-
be?
that happening.
and that
That's why I haven't
is
done
in
anything.
Dungeon
Look
Master's
like a
Guide.
follower of this darker.
You will have to employ people and
So change
pay
your
those
appearance.
people to guard
you
it.
look like a follower of.
If I had tuned it without wearing just to get
One class 10 gold,
I
right?
think you have to wear it.
So what?
The
One
warrior
platinum?
use it.
Platinum
Yeah.
hold
is
it,
10 gold.
whatever.
It doesn't
Yeah,
say it
one
has
platinum
any
piece.
negative effects.
It doesn't.
No, that's not
I
the
mean-
right kind of prophecy. I don't think.
Just
What's
try
his
it
word?
out. Just try it out. You won't look like you anymore.
Do you want me to identify it? I think it's been.
Well, I know
It's been
Yeah.
It's in like
It's
the
identified. I just don't know.
10,000
I just don't know
range.
if
Here,
it's
hold
gonna
on.
be bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so maintenance costs for a guild hall per day is 5
And if I
gold
have to
pieces, and that
continue
gives you
with it,
5 skilled hirelings
Yeah,
and 3
That's
untrained
the
hirelings.
side, I suppose.
So, guards and other members who you could get in the
Like
antiquities,
trust for sure.
they would be, yes.
Is this like a sidebar thing you guys can?
He is.
This is like main important bar. This is the most important thing you've ever done.
So
yeah,
to
it is. It's
establish
totally.
the guild hall, it would take, it would probably take you about 60 days to obtain all of the permits and licenses.
Now, could I just like employ like an attorney to do that?
And you could
Okay.
have that. It would start at 5
Like
gold per
with
day.
a brother who is a red wizard or something.
Oh, okay. So you want to
What
get a
the-
Thane local to do it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really bad time to jump into the conversation, by the way. This is not how it started.
If I hear Red Wizard, man.
No. Like, I'm
Can't
doing
go
all
to
this
the-
research like in my head. I'm trying to figure out what I know.
I mean,
Okay.
because you are.
What would it cost then to just in Citadel Rashomon to set up a legit storefront, nonprofit, 501(c)(3). I'm not paying
5,000
taxes.
5,000 gold pieces to get a storefront. To create a guild
What about like
hall.
a basement front?
5,000? 5,000?
Something
Okay,
shady.
alright.
What does a bag of holding cost?
You'll have to see.
And is Riven's bag of holding like descript? Does it have like her name embroidered on the side or?
Not yet.
There
Are your
is
pants
0%
still in
chance
there?
you're getting that.
Huh?
Yeah.
I have my pants. I don't have anything else in there. Nothing else.
Are you just wearing pants now?
No.
No, I'm not putting on pants. I get like chafed.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'm still like.
No one. We haven't acknowledged the fact that this dude's just.
No. You're wearing Thorax pants. You said you
yeah.
picked up Thorax
You don't
pants.
know what
Yeah.
the street value of the bag of holding is.
Okay. All right. Well, point is,
You gotta
I'm not
find-
rich enough. What am I gonna do with all this crap? Where can I like? Is there like a subway storage locker I can safely like? Where am I
You
gonna
have
put this?
you have property where you lived in
Not define property, like projects or
Volantir or Mulsantir, whatever I said.
Are you voicing this out loud?
no.
Okay.
No, the property is it's your home,
Okay.
and it's kind of on the outskirts of the town, but you're on the main road.
But
leading
tasteful.
out. It's tasteful. It's not like a dirty
Yeah.
you're an organized
It's
man,
got good views.
and all you have is views.
Yeah.
Basically, it's Rashomon is it's a pretty open.
It's gonna be a destination museum for sure. Okay, so can I store the evil crap there and not have it be just like stolen?
You feel like the community of Rashomon is very, like if you're in with the community, which you are, you're a citizen of the nation of Rashomon.
Yeah.
The Rashemi people protect one another, and they ensure that there isn't really any unsavory things that go on.
Looking for like a yes or no.
There's like
There's a maybe.
Because I'm gonna leave an amulet of power that is named Eye of Hadar.
I can
and-
ask my
yeah.
Witch Lauren to watch
Oh,
it.
there's a Wish Lauren in every community,
would
and
she
if you
be?
spoke with them, that would ensure definitely that it would be.
Should I tell them what that crap is?
Yes, you
Probably.
should tell them.
Okay.
So they are like the magical leaders of the community.
Yeah.
The one that's in your particular town.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
But I
everyone
can
is.
keep it, right?
It would be your property.
Yeah.
She would be able to keep it protected for you.
Okay.
You don't know if, as soon as you bring up that it's a bad thing, if she would have to report that. You don't know that. Because their dealings, like their inner workings between the Witch Lauren for all of the different communities, they all join at one central hub, and that is how they manage the population.
Can we sell? Can I sell the mithril chainmail?
Yeah, you'll have to find a buyer for it.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to keep
Yeah.
stealing everybody's time.
And then
so.
did
You
you
have a boat.
did you say
Holy freak, we do!
did you say that you were trying to
So
res-
so-
you trying to resurrect
and
somebody?
Done.
Yeah, they didn't want. Nobody wants to do it though because it's just so like.
Yeah, I don't know. The people don't really resurrect people in this universe. I don't think there's resurrections.
I missed
People
something.
don't usually resurrect people.
Yeah.
That's like you can't. That's a fable.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a life
that's something.
That's
So
like a,
we
that's,
can't. And the guy in this ring, we can't do anything about.
No,
that's like a southeast thing.
You can.
It's a north.
Alona
Like, put a
Alona
small
is
rest
saying
or something?
Alona is saying
Ilona is saying
saying-
that, not him.
yeah. The resurrection doesn't really exist in this world.
Go ahead and make a deception check. And
Priestess.
You
Man,
make
she doesn't want you to resurrect this guy
Evendur,
so bad.
make
She's
a
trying to
history
lie.
check.
History check. Alright.
Trying to lie.
Uh-oh, Yale.
Come
Okay.
on, Harvard Joe.
18.
Uh-oh.
No good.
No, yeah, no. You,
So he's saying that to you, and you know he is openly lying to your face. You don't know like if you wanna.
She is.
Yo, I don't punch little women. Big women, I will
Oh,
punch.
I already know this shit.
Yeah.
As
I've been resurrected
part of
twice.
your college, there were some classes that were dedicated to studying the different branches of magic. One of them being divine magic in nature.
Uh-huh.
Divine magic, it's like that class. It's like when you have to take pottery. You're like, this isn't my major, but I have to take it for the elective credits.
Like all the girls are in that class.
right.
Yeah.
The athletes
So
are
you
there
took it for
too.
2
They're like, oh, they
Yeah.
all want to.
And they still go to tutoring for that class too. It's like,
And one of the more powerful things that you know, like it's very costly, and you have to find a high priest who is capable of performing the magic, and you need the components for it.
If he knows all that, then we're not going to buy off on that. I mean, Dorian's not. If he already knows all that, and he's like, yeah, it's possible. We just need 40,000 gold, and blah blah blah, and all these components, and go to this place to meet this guy, some guy in a ring that Dorian doesn't even know.
You can't just go around resident.
Put the ring on Dorian's finger.
No.
So
Ring belongs to me and me
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
So you're not sure how much it costs per se, but you do know that
You know,
it's a very
Bilbo said the same
high level
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's mine. Mine only, my precious.
Schmeagol? You need Schmeagol, say.
Yeah.
Good old Schmeagol.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's
you
my
would have
name's
to
Bear.
study it more. You don't need to know. You don't need to tell them that you know all of that. You just have brought it up, and then he lied to you as soon as you brought it up. Like, I mean, I really want to res this guy from the ring, and then
But
he's like,
see,
that doesn't really exist.
If he doesn't call her out, Dorian assumes she knows what she's talking about.
Well,
Well, he's like, nah, that's not happening.
I mean, yeah, I already said, like, well, why you gotta say that? Like, I already know that it can be, he can be revived, so.
it's in the you can't mess with the order of life. You
Can't or shouldn't?
Okay.
I know.
I'm
You
starting
can't.
to think
You
this
can't.
cleric
You
is like a
can't.
quack, like a phony.
He's like a chiropractor.
He's
You're not a real doctor.
You're a dentist.
You're a dentist.
What's that
So,
from?
so it has to do with his,
Isn't that from
his
something?
deity. Kellenborg.
What's that from?
Kellenborg, I think that he ships
Never
people,
mind.
dead people, across the sea to get wherever they're supposed to go.
He
Or something.
ensures that everyone is enumerated when they pass, so he takes careful record of everyone's name and how they died, everything, and then brings them to the gate and allows them to pass into
wherever they go. So he doesn't want you to resurrect. And one of the things they do is they don't resurrect.
Hey, can I
So what do you
start sleeping?
Yes.
I'm just like not interested.
Oh yeah, no. This whole time I've been back at the sandcastle, just knocked out. I said that.
Inside the sand.
We'll go watch
No, because
Pornhub.
I don't think you heard me, but like
I'm not.
20 minutes ago, I said after I got my stuff, I went back to sandcastle because I made myself a sand bed with a sand umbrella and like a sand table and like.
Umbrella, that sounds like it's gonna get in your eyes.
Oh no, it's actually really sturdy. So.
Do you want me to see this guy? I'll give us a reward for.
No, we
What is he a priest of? What priest of what religion?
He's a
He himself
Could
is
it be
not
like
a
a
priest.
demon
Well,
or something crazy?
yeah, usually once you go to
we
a
don't
certain
know
priest.
anything about this guy.
I say do it. Let's
no,
make it
you,
fun.
no, you should not do it just for
The
fun.
last thing that you
No.
said to him, he asked what year it was, and as soon as you said 1500 DR, he said Lord of the Nine, and then the communication broke.
Yeah.
I'm asleep, but from down at the sandcastle, you just hear me say, "Do it."
He's having a dream of when he was at a party.
Yeah.
Says,
Do
it. Chuck.
So, unless anyone's doing anything else that night, are you still doing
No.
anything?
So I might, not for the group, but I got,
She's gonna drink one of those jars.
I'm gonna ask who's cool with the Thay as far as race goes.
No.
Drow?
the
Oh.
not like they're so the red wizards, they are kind of a mix. Most of them are human, but and there was a time where a lich was running the country, but the red wizards themselves, their whole thing is we need to be the most powerful wizards and we need to control the magic. So
Yeah.
they want to stop the royal wizards that are in Cormyr. They want to like kill wizards that aren't under their control and control magic. You would know that because you're from Rashemi and you are their enemies, and they want to control the Witch Lauren.
Yeah, I was just trying to sell the boat. Or get someone that could walk in the city without being like killed.
You might be able to, if someone else other than you, because you
Obviously.
stand out like a sore
So
thumb
I'm.
as a Rashemi.
Oh, I can't.
As a
you're not
famous
sure.
Rashemi.
You do.
Well, I'm so out of game. This whole Mask of Tantalus thing. What do I? How do I
You
get
wear
it from? Well, if I wear it, what does it do?
Do
Do I become evil? Do I change
She
my
has
shape? Do I
to-
change my face?
No.
It says that I assume the visage of a
Oh, yeah.
worshiper of the god Mask.
Yeah, so it changes your
It's like his
appearance.
mask.
Yeah, it's so
Similar.
your
But
tail
just my
doesn't disappear.
face
No,
and
your
all
entire everything, like your tail looks like it disappears. It's still there, but you then become a random worshiper of masks somewhere in the world, and you look and sound like that person.
You become alone.
So,
Like,
no, so
disguise.
basically, you do a copy of someone who actually exists.
Right,
useful.
and you
But-
become that person in appearance only. It's like a very modified version of the alter self spell.
And I can take it off whenever I want to.
Yes, but that what did I say? I think you could use it once per day.
It doesn't say.
Doesn't say? Awesome.
No, it doesn't say.
So it's just
So,
Okay.
so here's my thing. So it must be attuned in dim light or darkness. So if I can attune to it at night,
You can.
I want to do that. If nothing bad's gonna happen to me, I don't want to.
Yeah, no.
Like, I wanna become
So
a
he
monster.
would have used the identify spell on it,
Yes.
which would identify that it is not a cursed item.
That's my question.
no.
Yeah.
She
So
copies
I
a
was
follower that
attuned
just
to
has
it
leprosy.
at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to. But I
Well,
can take it off before anybody sees it.
Worshippers of masks, they're basically all different types of rogues all around the world. You want to put it on while no one's watching? What
Yeah.
did you say? Okay.
Like a disfigured
But it
one.
says you have
What's
to
the magic
attune
item
to
called?
it. So I don't.
Mask of
I don't know how long it takes to attune to
Okay.
it.
So yeah, you do attune to it, and you're putting it on.
I have to, right?
Oh, it's like
No,
the
you don't.
mask
Like if
of
you want to
movie,
use it.
where
Yeah.
it just like sucks her head and
No.
take it off.
No, it does. It's not uncomfortable, and it's meant to be worn. So it's not like a wooden tiki mask. Like, oh, this is awful. There's not even a nose slot for this. No, it's comfortable. It's very light, and it affixes the head in a way that it's not going to
Around
fall
that
off.
part?
It's a luchador mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can work around your horns. And as soon as you put it on, your skin turns into this milky white skin. You can't see your reflection unless you get out a mirror.
Hey, you have a mirror. I saw your mirror earlier.
But
And you showed it to me, and I was like, oh, hey. It's me.
When you wake up the next morning, I'm like, holy freak! Like, this mirror is fantastic.
your tail, for all intents and purposes, it is non-existent.
Even to me,
and
like, I
even
mean,
like you
I can see
know
what
it's
I
there,
look like.
but you
I can
look.
see that it's not there.
How does alter self work? I don't think that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not there for you either.
Yeah, you don't see.
You
it.
visually can't see.
You can feel it.
Yeah, you can
So if
see
somebody
it.
stepped on my tail,
Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah.
If somebody, I don't know, bit my tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get a little freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is this invisible thing poking me all the time?
And she keeps looking at
Or she's
Edvard.
spanking people
Like-
with their tail.
Yeah.
Alright, so you can go over to the mirror and look in the mirror.
Yes. I
Okay,
like to look at the
so
mirror.
you approach the party, or like you see walking up to you, this
I
this
draw my axe.
female
Like swell up.
woman.
You bow up.
Like,
Yeah,
do you tell everyone like I'm going to do this? Don't freak
Who
out.
is this?
Okay, so like you walked a little ways off in the party, put the mask on, and you see that your skin is just this
I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome.
very
It's
It's
white.
like Kate Blanchett.
And
Yeah.
She
walking,
within range because I like to grapple with my great axe out.
you see approaching the party a woman wearing this tight leather form-fitting armor. The
Slim thick.
very slim.
Is it her armor?
It is not her armor.
Okay.
It has this all of these buckles and belts and everything going across that look like they're used to put different like knives or things, but there's no knives on it. And approaching you, this pale white elven woman with just like dangling earrings that have little, like they could be used possibly as something else, and that they're not anything that you can grab. They just look like they're there. She approaches you. Her hair, which is this fiery red, is draped back over her shoulders, and it comes about like here, like just above the chest, and she approaches you. This elven, red-haired,
Super, like smoking hot.
very
Not
very,
yoga pants though.
Right.
I'm good.
Very
I'm good.
It's the yoga
But I'm
pants.
like a vendor. I'm like
approaches you.
It's
and
the yoga
make
pants
sure.
that say juicy.
Oh, like the redneck ones.
Juicy.
Yep, I am vulnerable to that. Actually.
I'm actually.
But that does sequins.
I'm at disadvantage
Sequins.
on those.
Yeah.
It puts me at a disadvantage.
approaches you very casually and says in a different woman's voice. It's this very like musically sounding tinkling voice, while Riven's voice is a little bit more sultry, like a little bit more. It has more of a husky.
Do I have my
raspiness.
pants on?
You
Have Cordax pants.
you have
Yeah,
Cordax pants on.
They're like Jinkos.
Okay. Very loose.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
She approaches you, and what do you say?
I call him by his name.
By me?
She says, "Edvard."
German accent? Oh yeah.
I'm still gonna grapple.
All right, you run. I'll begin running up.
I'm like, Helga? Helga?
What do you
Is
say
that
after
you?
you address him by his name?
you?
I just.
It
so
has
I
been
kinda,
so
like, keep it
long.
going for a minute. So I
Okay.
just ask him like, "What are you doing here?"
I stand up, like, because I'm not holding his pants. Like, I stand up, they're just like fall down. And I just like walk out of them.
He gets
My
walking
name is
over,
Edvard.
and then off from the distance comes charging this massive, like 7-foot tall man with a great axe, just charging you.
Also
and
wearing no pants. She's wearing loincloth.
It's a loincloth.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a loincloth.
Just a long call.
Ah!
So
I'll save you, Edvard! You won everything!
Why is no one wearing pants?
You wake up and it's like, jeez.
No, why everyone is pantsless?
All right. What do you want to do before this man tackles you?
I want to jump behind Edward.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Granted, I'm bigger than him, but still, I
Well,
jump behind him.
It's the deer.
It's like,
we'll roll a dexterity.
He's the height difference. He's like,
Yeah, she's just under 6 feet tall, and you're gonna hide behind the 2.5 foot.
yeah, he's
No.
bigger. He's got a. He's kind of. He's
so she
Alright,
just
so-
walks over him.
You're gonna grapple check, and you're gonna do a dexterity versus his grapple. So
Oh, he gets me.
he's going to try and get you, and you're trying to get out of the way. So it's opposing
19.
checks. 19. You need to roll it's higher than a 19.
No.
Well, hold up. Dexterity.
Yeah.
So I want to grab her by the throat and I lift her up with my great axe in the other hand.
16.
Okay. And you try getting behind, and then
She put a mask
the
on,
barbarian
she came to someone
runs
else.
up and has the
But-
in your left hand or your right hand or
Dorian
whatever.
doesn't know.
My left hand I used to grab
So
people
it's just a
'cause
random
it's my
person
lizard
approaching her
arm.
camp.
Looks
Got
cool.
it.
In the middle
Yeah,
of the
alright,
map.
so you got the
she's
great
the
axe
one
in your
with
right
the
hand.
elf. Yes.
He runs up and grabs you by the
So
throat and
that's
lifts
why.
you in the air.
Okay.
And,
Dory, stop.
Your name.
Get out of my head, woman!
Who are you?
Magic!
Stop me.
Oh yeah, I hate magic. I'm like, why do you look like that? And can I throw her on the
No,
ground?
it doesn't tell
No,
me.
it
It
doesn't
doesn't
tell
tell
me.
me.
Yeah, you don't know it's you.
Does she need
It's
to?
like
Is
my
there a
hand.
check for that spell?
There's a DC for perception to see through the guys.
But yeah, you have to
But-
first know it's a.
This is
But
not
you
how
have
my
to know you're
dream went
looking
the
for
other
it.
night.
Yeah.
Dorian was not in my dream.
So this beautiful
Yeah.
elven woman who
Why
called
would
you by
you do
name
that?
and was
In
asking
black
you
leather.
to-
It's
yeah.
Because
Well,
we're
it was
in the
in my
phase
mind.
territory.
It was black.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. She's a worshiper of Matt.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
3
She's a
o'clock in
night
the
owl.
morning,
Target.
someone that
Makes
doesn't
sense.
look familiar comes
I'm
up.
thinking
So
I'm like,
you're holding her by your
turns
throat.
out I'm
Dorian,
like
what are you doing? She calls
How do
you
you know my name? Who are you?
Put me down.
I will not.
It's me. That's all I say. It's me. Edward, do something.
I looked at Ed and I said, "Do you know this person?"
I mean, I was hoping to get to know this person. Yes.
I was hoping I could
Yeah.
come to know this woman.
Sometimes the good things happens to people.
If you don't identify yourself, I will have to kill you.
Oh my god, this is Riven. How do you not notice?
Why do you look that way?
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
let you
Ed
know.
stomps his feet and just walks away. Swears in German. However that sounds. Probably just like
I
normal
want
talking.
to. I want to toss her because I'm irritated that she's
I
used
try to stop with my
magic.
tail, like for real. I try
She
to
used,
stop the fuck
she,
out
used,
of my
she
tail.
used magic to trick him, and he already doesn't like magic, so he just flings her.
Got it. Now, I'm gonna say you land just fine because you're.
And
You're
in
just.
the,
He's not like.
in the stillness of the
Body
night, you
slam.
hear my heart just like crash. My
So then I
shoulder.
take my mask off and I explain to him that I found this mask and it's really cool.
All right, take the
And I
mask
don't
off.
really know what
She
all it
immediately
is.
becomes Riven again. The horns and tail appear, and everything is.
I'd like to stomp off back where I came from.
All right.
Makes
Y'all burning your rest time right now.
Yeah, are
Makes
you,
another
Alright.
castle.
you gonna put the mask back on?
No, I will leave it off for right now.
All right.
I fully intend to wear it tomorrow, moving into Thay territory.
Got
After
it.
we rest.
Okay.
Look at you already making decisions for us. We're moving into Thay territory.
Well, you haven't even brought that up.
Yeah.
So as far as everyone's concerned, everyone
Oh,
was
yeah.
planning on going back to Rashomon. This
Yeah.
is all an inner thought that he had.
Oh.
Okay, I could turn that into probably like my own little setup here. Like he was all having that internally, so he didn't even express that to anybody.
Oh,
Oh,
and I can't do anything with this crap until we go back there
Yeah.
anyway.
Yes.
We have to find a bank basically right now.
All right.
We're all full of gold.
So I'm going to need one of you to make 2 D10 rolls while you're having this long
got
rest.
I feel like you're
Got
pretty
this.
rested.
I'm
Yeah, I feel like you
rested.
should roll pretty well at this point.
Hey, Varius, you're
Yeah.
rolling.
All right.
2d10s.
Roll
2d10.
Deciding our future.
You only sleep for 4 hours.
No, yeah. 2d10. 2d10.
I'm fighting I'm losing a real life battle with this air conditioning unit right now.
Oh, you're freezing?
Like I am so cold and
Oh.
it's putting me to sleep and I just feel so exhausted right now. Oh, it just needs. I need to sleep. Okay, so I'm rolling a d10.
2 D10s.
Okay, which is this
Yeah.
one? Yeah. Okay, and what is this for?
He's not gonna shut up.
I just want you to roll 2 D10s.
We're kind of deciding our fate right now.
I'm just trying to keep you awake right now. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, man.
Let me
I
know what the
appreciate it.
number
This actually a high roll. That did nothing. I just wanted you to roll.
Alright, it doesn't matter if
And
you
you
roll
roll
high or low because we don't know what it's for.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't really matter.
A 2?
Okay.
Oh boy, that's not good.
You don't know.
Pretty
It's
sure
not,
that's not good
low
enough.
is never good in D&D or in a D20 system.
And 3.
Gee.
Okay. Alright. So
Better.
the rest of the night, everyone takes their watches. It passes uneventfully. The fire dims down to coals, and everybody's bundling up to stay warm because it is entering into the fall season and the
Oh,
nights are
good.
getting
Not
colder.
me. Bring up warm.
Yeah, you can like spray
No
eagle
bench
naked.
ever.
And
I'm like standing uncomfortably
I
close
have
to
my
Edvard,
cloak
like.
back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You give me the rest of my
I'm not
crap.
cold
You can
either.
have it.
Okay.
I'm not cold either.
I'm going
Just the
straight.
underwear.
Dude, I have some really cool magic items now in this game. I have the cloak of elven kind, the dagger of venom. I have the quiver of
Ender the
quivers. The quiver of Ender the Bard. Like, as far as you guys are concerned, I could just flick my cloak over and I'm just a rock.
it's true.
I'm just a rock sitting there.
Oh well, he's gone. Let's go.
I guess
Hey, no, I got everything I needed. We're back in the open. I just hide. You guys go, and I'm,
we're gonna run our own campaign at home. While,
yeah, side campaign.
yeah. It's just me. It's
Okay,
just me
so-
and the DM.
Dawn breaks the morning. Everybody gathers their belongings together. Yes.
Got a magic missile.
Roll a
Go,
recharge for the magic missile.
That is.
A D6.
Oh, it is?
Or it's a D6.
Yeah, you say. What was the D10s for?
I get all my
Five.
I just wanted to wake you up, keep you awake.
Cinco.
What'd you say?
It's
Just wanted to keep you awake.
it's
Oh, what was it?
It was not just a keep you awake. Cinco.
Okay, alright, so of the 6, it's 5 plus 1, so you get your 6 charges back. You now have 7 charges in your wand of magic missiles. It is the morning, so everything that recharges at dawn has recharged. But it feels like it's really late.
I don't like this.
For everyone except for you.
Really?
Yes, because they traveled all the way around the world, so it feels like dawn came too early. It's a different time zone. We're like...
Jet lag.
Yeah.
We just traveled across
Plus,
the
we were in
United
a dungeon
States.
for like 2
We're-
days.
Yeah.
So,
That really was like an hour though.
No, it wasn't.
Two.
It wasn't. No, we slept in the dungeon. Like
Oh, yeah,
twice.
yeah.
We were in the dungeon for like 2 days.
That's right.
Yeah.
It became
So
a fun
where are we
gym at this
going?
point.
It became a
Function.
function.
Yes.
Functions?
Where are we heading? In the
We should
beginning?
probably head to a city where we can drop off all this gold that we have.
I think we should keep sleeping.
There is a bank in Rashomon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Let's sail this boat around to the side of Rashomon.
It feels really
No,
early.
but is
We
this?
should keep
I thought this was
That's
a lake.
possible.
I thought this was a lake.
Are you familiar with this area enough to know?
Wait,
They are, and you as well.
wasn't this a lake?
Okay.
To know
Because
that we
you
can-
rolled like a natural 20 when you did a history check on like maps of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Can
I know where
elves-
Rashomon is.
Can elves sleep? Like even though we meditate, can I still sleep because it like feels good?
Yeah,
Or, like,
and
it's,
just
like,
just because you can meditate, it doesn't mean you like want to.
yeah.
That's the one thing that like people. Oh, you just have 4 hours. Doesn't mean I don't want to sleep 8 hours.
Yeah, that's very true. And yeah, I'm the go-to guy like that. Oh, you just need 4 hours, and you go, man, I am running on my last leg here.
Yeah.
I'm running on fumes here,
Dude,
man.
man,
Otherwise,
I'm
it's just
chugging
like
on
it
fumes.
becomes a really broken mechanic after a while.
Yeah,
It's like, well, you just sleep. Well, that sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, because he
That's
has
why.
half of the watch,
Yeah.
like every single time.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
that's why I'm
Oh,
like
how much
I'm like the most emotionally unstable.
72,
player
and if you ask me, I give you half of 102. I'm like, and this 51.
Okay. I'll take it.
72 and 51.
Awesome. Nice.
My guilty conscience won't carry
Yeah, go ahead.
carry me bare fur.
you broke real fast.
Yeah, yeah.
He wasn't
like-
even asking.
he was.
How much weight are you carrying?
All right, so
I don't know. Wow.
There's so many of these Funyuns. I think
At least have a bed.
this was full when he brought it here.
That's why I was surprised. Like I could eat like 2 or 3 of those, and I was like, "Whew, I am done, huh?" And those are rich. But you would pound them, man. That was,
Dude.
that was nothing keeping you back.
Put 'em away.
I hit
Hold
I hit
me down.
I hit a little wall there where I got a little sad to myself.
Because you were blaming it on the cold weather, but really, I think you got some.
Food.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
coma.
like
Coma.
I have
Sugar
a
crack.
theory that like, and I don't know if this is a proved thing, but I know,
Yawning.
but because animals save food for the I know I bring up the yawning thing all
Yeah.
over again. Then it would be time to go
I'm pretty
home.
sure it's because you don't have enough oxygen
Yeah.
in your brain.
No, I'm so much more hungry in the wintertime. In the summertime, I'm never that hungry. I'm more of a snack kind of guy. I don't eat meals. In
What'd
the
you roll for?
wintertime, or like
No,
when
it's not a
cold,
proven thing.
I'll
You're
eat
not a bear.
everything.
You don't hibernate
I
for the
will eat
winter.
everything.
What'd you roll for,
I
Ben?
swear, dude, because when you eat,
I'm
you're
not
creating.
going
It's like
to.
body heat. Like
Oh,
you're
I need to
moving
roll
your
for one other
muscles.
thing.
Yeah, I'm not really interested that happens. What I'm
What you-
interested is that you think that happens. Like that's the intriguing part to me. Like personally,
Everyone eats
Like,
more in the wintertime, man.
why?
When it's
Yeah.
cold outside, you
Yeah.
eat more food.
My favorite
I'm
part
pretty
of that
sure I eat a lot of food
conversation-
all the
Yeah,
time.
mine's a constant.
I thought you were going somewhere different with that comment. I thought you were going to say, I'm not really interested in this conversation.
Period. End of conversation.
We're moving on. That's a you thing.
So, are we,
He's not that mean.
so where are we planning on going next?
Hey, that's what I said.
So you wake up this
City.
gentle breeze, and it's very overcast in the morning. This is kind of like this.
Where
dark
can we
gray.
sell this
We
boat?
could use the money to build
The
stuff.
nearest friendly settlement is the city of Mulsantir, which is a Rashemi settlement.
city, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the port. It's on the ocean, on the lake.
Yeah, it's
Is Edvard
Yeah.
interested in...
Jeez.
Oh no, I'm not talking to you.
We need
Nope.
to. We need
Edvard does
to.
not talk to you. Nope. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me.
You actually might be interested. Hold
Yeah.
up. Are you interested in and expanding your little archaeological whatever where we
Oh, that's offensive. I would
Who you and I are having that conversation around whom? Who's around us when you say that to me?
If Dorian is
me,
around,
but
then
I'm
you're
like
It's
so.
not around.
So
him.
I'm
100% not around him.
what I so I'm like, Dorian, please tell Riven that.
Because he would be interested. That's why I'm thinking if he's around,
yeah.
he would be interested in
It's like the one
potentially
thing that would get me.
establishing an actual archaeological.
She got you.
What do you mean actual?
I
Like,
mean,
it is
another-
legitimate 501c3. Like this is
He
not.
Because-
Dorian
When
finds
I was
it
interested.
amusing and just
Yeah.
whatever about it.
I'm
Yeah.
interested in getting my mimic's tooth into this museum.
What?
I have a mimic's tooth.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
we fought a mimic.
He does.
Also,
I
you have
think
like
almost
dragon
died from
bits,
Yes.
scales from a dragon.
Dragonling.
So these kinds of things
Yeah,
intrigue
still
me. So
dragon.
I'm interested, which is why when you hand me your card, I was like, noted.
Yeah.
So I have some money set aside
Yeah.
to help establish something along this lines.
Oh,
Dorian, please tell Riven that I would be happy to discuss this after I receive a heartfelt apology.
I just walk off.
And or a ride on the carpet.
I will take you on the carpet.
Done. Yes. I would be interested in discussing it further. I'm a cheap. I'm like a
Hey,
cheap
so
date.
let's take the boat to the port.
Yep.
Sell the boat
Done.
once we're at port.
Oh, but let's like fix it up a little bit. Like buff out
Press
the.
the digitation.
No, he
Yeah, he doesn't have
He
that.
doesn't have it.
Oh my god!
You would need to physically spend time trying to get the burn.
Boo.
I'm not.
Yeah.
We're having him do it.
I know how to sail,
Hey,
bro.
can
I
you-
don't fix it.
Can you?
Yeah, he has servants that do that crap.
I'm like a pilot, man. I don't fix the plane. I just fly it.
I don't give you the peanuts.
Hey, Varius, can you clean this? Clean this up, man.
These hands?
What?
Yeah.
These all these burn marks from
No hard
Evender's
labor.
spell.
Hold on. If he says that, I want to use my pretty face mirror thing.
Oh,
What does that do?
It gives you
using,
advantage on
for 4
all
hours.
charisma-based
Ooh.
skills.
So we're gonna try what persuasion? You think?
I wrote it down.
Persuasion, yeah.
We're gonna try to make him clean the boat.
Why? What is? Are we
It
going
says-
somewhere
it
right
says
now?
charisma.
Isn't
It
there
says
better stuff?
We are, yeah.
Isn't there better use of time than cleaning the
there's way
boat?
better.
We got like 2 hours of
Can you just
like
use a spell on him?
ash cleaning
Make
time.
him want to do that?
It's ash
That was
kicking
awesome.
time.
Oh.
I was doesn't
Gotcha.
understand.
Oh, you want me to do suggestion?
Dorian
No.
doesn't like magic at all. Doesn't like
Yes.
magic.
So I'm-
He needs to make a saving
Yeah.
throw then.
Yes. Okay. He's gonna cast
So,
suggestion. on you.
Evendur says to you...
FYI, he would know what happens when that fails.
Right.
Oh, well, if it wears off, you would know what happens no matter what.
Right, so either way,
So then we have a clean boat and he's mad.
You clean
Right
the
now he's
boat.
gonna be mad. No clean boat.
he says to you...
Why are we cleaning the boat?
We're gonna sell
Go
it.
ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, in Trump's America, you can sell a boat. That is
Alona cast
Hey.
silence.
Yeah.
Oh dang!
What happened?
Okay.
Alright, so you begin casting the spell,
Oh,
and
silenced.
yeah, the area is the magic is negated in the area. So
And all you
So-
see is Dorian go.
Evendur casts the spell, and he says to you, "I think that you should go clean the boat." And you say, "Why are we cleaning the boat?" The spell
I
has
think you should
failed.
go clean the boat.
The suggestion.
No, doesn't it work out? You can't hear anything.
Yeah, you can't hear anything.
Like any sound. So it's like
in the boat.
I don't know how it
He
works.
says, "Hey, Varius," and then you.
No, there's a save. Isn't there a save for silence?
It is no save. It's just
it's an area.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
a
small area,
Yeah,
so
it's a
it's
small
that's
area.
how you
20-foot
So
radius.
that little radius
That's
is
cheap.
just
Yeah.
do it.
That's overpowered as hell, man.
It's
So
fun.
do you walk
So how long does
over
it
there?
last?
Yeah,
It has to be duration.
It
for it.
lasts
Yeah.
for a while, I think.
No,
like a minute.
no,
Alright,
10
guys.
minutes.
Well, we wasted a level 2 spell slot, so.
But you don't hear that. You just hear this
Yeah.
because it's on silent.
Yeah. Alright.
Up to 10 minutes. No sound can be created within or pass through the 20-foot radius sphere. So if you're like in a hallway, you can do it in the hallway so that
Yeah.
your sounds
So-
are being
That
echoed.
might bite us in the ass.
Are we?
No. It's only in that location I put. That's it.
You
Are
can
we
step out.
setting sail?
Like literally
Yeah,
Setting sail.
yeah, we're saying
Like
so.
to cast.
Seeing if we can make it a port before we run out of time.
Yep.
You guys get to the boat, set out to sea.
Yes. When we sail a boat, I want to use my mirror of pretty face.
Okay, all right. So it's gonna take
you're
an
gonna
hour.
sell our boat?
Yes.
It's gonna take an hour to get
tough.
to Mulsantir, and when you arrive, I have a description.
And hey, I wonder if you can you cast suggestion and buy my boat for a lot of money? Can you do that?
You can.
Yeah, you can. You said
If your deception check fails, yeah, sure, I can.
What does a boat cost? Who knows? I have no idea.
We're gonna triple that.
No.
Triple that cost.
But did they notice me cast silence?
Oh, it's still going on.
Make sleight of hand.
Sleight hand. Okay.
Yeah, otherwise you're like, wait, what's that? Who's this?
Circle, yeah. Okay.
We have to get on the rug and.
It's
Yeah.
9.
Wait,
Yeah, I
hold
definitely
on.
saw you
cast
cast
that
it.
on the boat?
No.
Yeah.
Because we're on the boat when we were discussing. He should suggest.
What's the range?
No, just
Like
no. But it's past. It says
Oh.
suggest, so it's past.
Okay, so we just keep talking.
So
and silence again, right?
And silence.
All right, so
I get on my carpet and just...
I need that for my kids. Wow.
you're. I know, right? In the car. Goodness.
Just all clean the boat. I mean,
Oh yeah, no,
No,
for
just-
sure. We're gonna get.
Yeah, you can clean it en route, so you don't have to spend another hour trying to make it look nice.
What?
Sure.
Like how? Any idea? Who knows how much boats cost? Oh yeah, you would know. How much can we sell this boat for? You're Harvard Joe.
oh yeah, that's right.
Go and make an intelligence check.
Harvard Ed.
This
Edvender.
this is more of business than sailing.
Yeah.
This is.
I just.
I need an MBA for
Hey,
this.
tomatoes.
I never asked the
tomatoes.
price before. I just
Yeah.
said put it on my tab.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was a 2.
2 plus.
I had no fucking clue.
He says.
So what does he say? Yeah.
The boat? I'm pretty sure it costs somewhere in the range of 50 gold pieces. So
That's so low. I'm like,
You look at me like a freaking idiot.
yeah. I'm like, no concept. He's like, what's Walmart? Like, is that rich? Like that you're just building this legend.
did you
around
mean
yourself.
Whole Foods or
Yeah.
Walmart?
Yeah, yeah.
Am I saying that right? Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
I only shop at
exactly.
Saks for that. Yeah.
Wait, they just don't put it on the card?
No, yeah.
Yeah, for a while you do fly on the carpet with Riven at the helm while you are floating across.
Once
the
we
ocean.
get to port, make sure you. We can have a vendor ask or suggest that we get a more than fair price for the boat.
Yeah.
What's a fair
for
price?
them to purchase. And leave it up to
50
them.
gold pieces.
No, he doesn't believe me. He doesn't know me at all.
Oh, that's to the
What?
best of your knowledge. They cost
Yeah,
probably
I mean, a boat
50.
like this, I mean, it's a piece of crap.
mean,
It's been
Can someone
burned,
else
right?
make that roll?
There's vomit on the ground.
It's got this illicit substance. Oh, we're gonna get arrested by the port authorities.
They're in the bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
They can't be detected.
Yeah, I have even worse. I rolled a natural one. I'm like,
jeez.
50 something.
Yeah. He's like 50 on a good day.
I wouldn't pay 50 for this boat.
So when we get there, Edvard looks at what other boats are cost. Like, what are the...
Sure, yeah.
We'll do that.
all right, so you pull up to Mulsantir. They have there's a large fishing fleet that is out in the waters early, and several of them hail you while you're going in.
Can I try to go fishing?
You could if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
in the
Or
hour
we
we've been
could
traveling,
smuggle.
so just
The
Smuggle stuff on this boat.
I'm cool with that too.
we probably should be
What's the
smuggling.
price?
okay, so yeah, you get you pull into port. The port authority officials come out and they hail you as you come in. And
Who's driving the boat?
He's
the captain.
Evendur.
I'm not going.
He's clearly in charge.
Customs and Immigration
Yeah,
Enforcement.
Yeah. Just cover the fee and we'll all pitch in later.
Actually, I just
right.
I just walked up to him and I said, "We're here to sell this boat."
Oh, well, very well. I'll need you to, of course, pay the,
No, you
the
don't.
5 gold
No, you
to
don't.
port the vessel.
No, you don't. Where's your boss at? Go get him.
He's gone straight like soccer mom.
He sees.
I need to switch your manager.
He sees
can do that.
your scales, but also the garb that you're wearing of a berserker from Rashomon.
Intimidate.
I'll be right back, sir. And he runs down the dock, and he comes back 2 minutes later. You have since you used some sailor's knots. You like pull yourself into the port, tie it, and secure it to the dock. And out walks this balding man with just like strands of hair that are coming down. He wanted to keep those long. Like he's just trying to hold on to whatever
It's
the
like when
length.
you drop your lollipop on the carpet, and it's like, man.
Yeah, like it's just like patchwork, like long stringy hair. It's kind of like grimy, like he hasn't showered for a while. But he is wearing like official looking vestments as he walks down the dock. He has in his hands a registrar book that he is walking and making notes of some of the vessels that are there at port and talking to the man. He approaches the vessel and all right, who is trying to dock the vessel? What is it that if you would like to stay in Mulsantir, of course you'll have to pay the dock fee.
You're up.
Oh,
5 gold, you said?
he's the captain.
Yes, 5 gold to standard rate, and we'll
You're
keep
gonna pay
the
5 gold.
vessel
We're
here.
selling this vessel.
Who's the owner of the harbor?
Well, I am the harbor master, so I make sure that all the vessels that are here coming into port do not bring any illicit contraband, but also that your vessel itself is going to be kept securely and soundly during your stay here.
So,
Are you
while
going to
that's
say
happening,
something? Oh, okay.
where is Tordak's body?
Did you leave it on the shore, or
He's not on the boat.
Yeah,
We definitely took it on the boat.
probably on the shore. Let the crows
Okay.
get at him.
No.
Yeah.
I drag him to the ocean.
No, she probably put him to rest somewhere.
Yeah.
she would have after everyone unceremoniously looted his body and just left it there like
Oh,
screw
and
this guy.
And Dorian also urinated on his corpse.
Yeah.
It's a
I
tribal thing. Like it's
spat on
sign
his
of respect.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
He feels
you
that if
pulled
he
one
pees
over
on
on
somebody,
us.
he gains
Good
their
job.
power.
All right, Evendur.
I was making sure I didn't need to hide him in my bag of holding.
We were just here. This is the second time you're asking us to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, I think I would have recognized some of you before, but he looks down at his book. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Not good.
Oh, you have the charisma
Yeah,
advantage.
he has the advantage. He's not
Oh,
saying
I'm a
anything.
-1 in deception.
I'm letting him play.
Epic
Try
fail.
to help.
6.
No, the vessel of this size has not stayed on this location
What
for
port is this
2
again?
days.
What port is this again?
Mulsantir.
Oh, my apologies. This is our first time here.
Mulsantir is
I,
where he stayed.
Yeah.
Can I
I made a mistake. We actually stayed somewhere else. This is our first time
Mulsantir.
here.
That's
Can I
yeah.
just walk up and tell him we're leaving this vessel here? We're looking for someone to purchase it.
Well,
Are you interested?
Well, if you're leaving this here, then you're giving it to the port authority.
Okay, I pay him 5 gold pieces.
Very thank you. Thank
I
you very
ask him if he can broker a fair deal for us.
Yes, we do have several boatmasters who I can get you in contact with, and they'll, of course, give you a fair.
What kind of rate will we get if we have one of your ship repair people do some of the body work? I mean, it's all going to buff out, but
What exactly are you referring to? He's looking at the boat, and it doesn't see really anything wrong with it.
Oh,
We
nice.
fixed it up, kind of.
Yeah, we
For
tried to
real?
fix it.
Do you have any? Was there any issues that we should be made aware of? It looks like a fine sailing order.
as my other boat.
Oh, very well.
Yeah.
Multiple boat owner then. Are you a fisherman by trade?
Yeah. So, how long do you think it'll take to sell the boat?
Oh, broker a deal within the probably within 15 so minutes. We just need to get you in touch with the boat masters, and they should be able to give you a fair price.
Okay.
All right, very well.
I want to
Thank you very
see
much.
3 offers.
Very well. Well, they're all in the same building. Of course, you could go to the different parlors.
He takes you down the dock, and it's a very like moist air as you're there by the lake.
I don't
and,
like that word.
It's a very humid,
Moist is fine.
overcast day.
Humid.
Crusty,
and,
crusty is the word you want to stay away
Crusty air.
There's actually there's several buildings that are
Crusty.
built
He's from LA.
on the dock over the water itself, and he walks around those, and he talks to another individual there, and he says, "Oh, it's Dorian. We should be able to bring you over to where they have all of the shipmasters." And he hands you off to a younger lad in his teens who looks like he's been working on the docks for several years now. He's very tanned and very just strong.
And I'm like, why don't you go try to seduce him next?
I'm walking right behind him. I'm walking right behind Ed.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
his bodyguard if there's something.
You do notice that when you are walking with the group, people who notice that there's a tiefling among the party, like women like who have their children, like take their children aside and like move them away, and then there are several who are making like signs of warding, like
You put that mask on,
No.
homegirl.
as
No,
you're walking. Now, do you have your?
we could do it. We could probably get
I'll put my hood up.
Okay, so you have your hood up to
That's it.
get a better. I bet we will get a better offer. I bet.
So,
Oh,
Catch more flies with honey.
I didn't realize that's what we're doing right now. People who are going to be making offers can see me.
Yes.
yes, you can.
So
You gotta think, like in America, we didn't like people because of their color of their skin. You have horns and a tail and sharp teeth. You got Klingon teeth.
I also don't care. However,
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
I do
Other
care
people
about-
care.
I care about money,
Yeah,
so
yeah, money.
that's a
See,
shame.
I'm
So
learning to
put on
speak
my mask.
Riven now.
Here's the deal, though. I don't know what I'm gonna look like. I
Yeah.
might be like this hideous whatever.
Well,
So-
we'll have you wait outside then.
I'm like, ain't gonna get worse.
You guys.
Super hurt. Like now I'm getting personal. I'm like,
you guys duck into you
Definitely not giving your underwear back.
duck into an alley and put the mask on.
Actually, I already did.
And your skin is just this it's like a very dark brown, like an Indian, like
It's worse.
from India skin
it's worse
brown.
actually.
And your garments are like these. It's like an Arabian garb. Like as you walk out of the alley, and
yeah, exactly.
you have this little like mask covering your skin, and you look.
Belly dancer.
Yeah, like, but you're a man, so you have this like
Also, yes.
a very neatly trimmed beard and an overlong mustache that kind of like hangs down over the beard.
Hey,
Um,
and you're on a flying carpet. Just
Oh,
FYI.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, pretty excited.
You walk out and you come up to the group. Well, how do we look? Like you have this very thick,
Wow.
like Arabian
I'm gonna keep
peninsula.
that one on. So I will jump on the flying carpet and just start touring around.
The robes themselves, like this flowy, like puffy kind of clothing. It's all like this crimson red and intermixed with like a deep like orange. So it's this very like dark colored but very like flavorful, because everyone here in Rashomon is wearing very standard colors, like it's for utility, not for appearance really. So you come out and you're a Kalimshite for as far as everybody knows. As a man from Kalimshan, I am saying a Kalimshite because that is what
And
it is.
what's the disposition to Rashomon?
They have no idea where Kalimshan is, basically.
Oh.
It is
Oh,
like
good.
somebody from India coming to America for the first time. Like,
Coming to Trump's America. How'd they get in? That's what they're thinking.
he's walking with the group. You make it over to the
Should
ship.
have built that wall.
Now we're just letting anybody in for
Yeah.
5 gold pieces.
No, she's also on the flying freaking carpet.
Are you flying on the carpet?
I am. Now that I know what I look like, I'm like, I'm gonna rock this shit.
Turban.
Just
Yeah.
like sitting down, floating behind everybody who's moving in front, and make way for Prince Ali.
I'm like doing like what's that sash thing they do?
Yeah,
like,
the-
dance or
yeah.
whatever.
Can't even remember what it's called. But you make it to the building. It's a timber-framed stone building that sits 2 stories. It's really large and it's spacious, like it's meant for like a big hall or gathering. As you walk in, there's a couple of guards who give you very curious looks. One of the guards notices Dorian and like looks around like he wants to talk to somebody about it, but like nobody around him he knows is gonna understand what he's talking about.
Finally, Ed's like, I know, right?
And you just pass through the doorway in front of him, and he's just like stumbling over words, like he wants to say something but he doesn't know what to say. You walk into the building. It's really this just like a big auditorium area. There's different people gathered around the room. There's tables throughout, and each of them have like a different like banner for their different companies that they are associated with. And the lad who is guiding you says, "You can have your take. This is where all the shipmasters
Which
are."
ones pay the most? Who needs a boat?
The fairest one would be Gray over there in the corner, and Gray he brokers the most boats, and I think that he has coin to spare as well as boats.
So we go to him.
All right, so well, then, thank you. Have a great day. And he walks out. You walk over to the table where Gray is sitting, and he is a handsome, strong man, and probably in his 40s. His hair is kind of like salt and pepper, like it's turning gray, but it's nice, and his face is shaven, but it's like just to keep it trimmed and out of his way so he can still function. It looks nice. He's a very handsome man. He's sitting at the table. He sees you all approach and stands up and says, "Well, welcome. How can I assist you, fine gentleman and lady? Sorry."
Thank you.
No one notices.
So,
We want to sell a boat.
oh, very
We want to
good.
sell a boat, and I'm gonna advantage. So
yes.
Does he have our paperwork already?
You. I'm sure I can. I'll
Counts.
I might have to.
Yeah, you don't want that to count.
What kind of vessel are we talking about? Are you're
Oh
selling?
yeah, no, he takes
Hey,
it around.
yeah, what boat is it?
This is a
Skiff.
drug running vessel now.
We're talking yacht.
This
Yep.
ship
Is a,
made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Yep.
Okay.
Parsec, a
fast
distance of
Super fast.
length and not time.
Yeah.
Stop
It
confusing.
blew
It's
up
super fast.
2 Death Stars.
Simultaneously.
So you describe the boat. You look over to him. What kind of boat is it?
Yeah.
And he says it. Oh, well, very well.
It's the Millennium.
I assume they said it was in working order at the dock, or they wouldn't have let you stow
It's
it.
in
there.
like new condition.
That's what. Yeah.
Very well.
Sounds very well.
Pre-owned, not used.
What would you be willing to give this vessel of yours up for?
What are you offering?
No.
20,000 gold pieces.
20,000.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make a.
With advantage.
It was a persuasion.
Persuasion?
Persuasion with advantage.
Hey, no, that's perception. Fetch.
You say 20,000.
Minus
Vendor's
1.
eyebrows go up like what?
14.
20,000. Well, I'll have to look at it if it's indeed a vessel for 20,000. But if it is something that is stowed at our port, I would assume it's based on the description, it's just a simple sailing craft. I wouldn't be able to pay more than 500 gold pieces for such a craft. Single sail.
I don't know if you know,
Eddie,
but
10,000.
Dorian,
Cut it off in half.
the ever living, sailed on this boat.
Dorian. You are Dorian?
Yes.
This guy?
We could go down to there's 16,000 gold pieces.
Or
even
if you won't pay 16, I'm sure the other guy would. Pay
Oh,
above
18,000 because that divides by math. 6. Yeah.
What? Wait a
I'll
second.
tell
You
you
gotta
what,
run a company.
the highest I can go, and because this is the Dorian the Great, I could offer 1,000 for it, but I will need you to sign a charter saying that you have sailed on this vessel, and it'll be in
He's
in
urinated.
free-
In every corner of this vessel.
That I wouldn't say that makes it more.
Oh yeah.
Who are you, dude?
I'm Dorian. Show
Obviously,
him.
we're going to have to
Show
watch
him, Dorian.
it, so
Show him.
we should show him.
Show him.
Yeah.
Alright,
Show him.
start peeing right here.
We should
Now
take
pee in
off
your
about
place.
10 gold pieces for the cost of us having to clean the vessel. Then, if there is urine all over it, we'll have to.
No, I was just a joke.
So, can I jump in as well?
Sure.
You don't jump in, you fly in.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna enter the conversation,
She just flies
Sitting on
around
my
in front
carpet.
of us.
and I fly to the guy, and I
Gets her tail out.
no.
Oh, you're a dude now?
Callum,
She is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
for
you
sure.
really Arabian?
Yes.
Yeah, she
That's a
is.
In D&D?
And I look all fancy.
Yeah.
Khabib
From
Yeah.
Callum.
Slurpee Mogul
Yes.
is who she is.
And so I offer
On
to
the
take
string
him
of
on my flying
convenience
carpet
stores.
to see the boat. And if he likes what he sees, we'd be willing to sell it for 5,000 gold.
You should have posed as the other buyer who is trying to.
Yes, I should have. If this fails, we'll do that next.
Yeah.
To a different
Alright,
buyer,
so-
we just go to one stall over. So, we got this boat here.
Go
go ahead and
Dorian
make
the Great.
a
Blah, blah, blah.
persuasion check.
Would you like to come with me? I'm not slap.
What do you like to? Yes.
Would you like to come with me on
You must cut this boat.
Excuse me,
Have you
sir.
tried turning it on and off again?
Yeah. Unplug it. I'm plugging back in.
20.
Not 20.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
24.
Okay, so
5K plus a bonus.
uh,
And no service fees.
you
or
what
taxes.
is it that you
Title
said
or
to do?
license.
Like,
5,000.
Go to the boat, and if he
Go to
likes
the boat,
it, it's
check it out.
5,000 to buy.
Fly on the flying carpet to the boat. Check it out. If he likes it, 5,000.
I mean, I would be very interested in seeing how such a device works if I could
A boat?
sit on the
carpet.
carpet.
Oh, I was like, so sail.
And
Anchor. We figured it out. We're a bunch of schmucks.
I say, but of course you could always
That's
fly
exactly
with
what
me.
my mind went to.
Oh, wait, that's Russian.
Yeah.
Sail.
The Russian fucking big Russian bear.
Yes. It sounds so similar in my head.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going full
Indian.
quickie mart on this.
Yeah.
It would just sound silly. Please climb on my carpet.
Yeah.
I will climb on my boat.
Yeah. Welcome to the
Dang it, that's the only one I know. There's a Jamon.
It's mildly
I
racist.
will take you
It's
with me on the
mildly
carpet.
racist.
Okay, yeah. So you tell you
I haven't been talking in German.
on the carpet, and you fly to the boat, and he looks completely out of his element the entire time. Like, it's the most uncomfortable, strange, and frightening thing that he's ever happened to him. And by the time you get there, he just jumps off. He's like, all right. Tell you what, 5,000. Never see you again. And this, of course, I need a witness a statement saying that you. Well, I can draft that up real quick. It takes. It takes about 10 minutes, and there are 3 signatures on it, one of them being yours if you agree to those terms.
Why is he in such a rush to?
I don't really like. I never really liked the fame though as part of my stuff, so I guess I'll scribble something that.
Well, it's like your
Doesn't
it's
look
more of a
less
signature
eligible.
rather than an autograph.
He signs Daffy Duck.
He's
Jerry.
like he can't tell the letters, and as far as he's concerned, he doesn't know that you even know how to write. Like if you know how to write, so he doesn't say, "Oh, very well. All right, well, we have it all in order. Thank you."
He just signs X.
No one. Oh, and as I'm waiting for the gold to transfer, and as we're walking away, Dorian turns back and says, "No one will believe you." And like keep walking.
It was signed by two notarized individuals, so they are trustworthy in the population. Okay, so you have secured an astronomically high price.
What
for
is the
this-
street value of that skiff?
It's 500 gold pieces.
500?
Oh, 500.
100
times the asking price because of fame and because he was terrified of the carpet ride.
833 gold pieces each!
So
Nice.
The whole time, Ilona was looking for any
like a shrine or
any misfortunate
Yeah.
people, kind of like just poor people, homeless
Okay.
people.
Oh,
Yes.
got 865
So,
today. Nice.
strangely, like something you aren't accustomed to, there doesn't appear to be any street beggars. There doesn't appear to be anybody walking around in tattered clothing or looking emaciated like they haven't had food to eat. So whatever system Rashomon has for
It's a
their
good system.
yeah, they take
Solid.
care of themselves. The leadership is made
It's
up
like Alaska. You can't support yourself, you die. The bears eat you.
It's basically true. But their leadership, like even though the Witchlaren are a magocracy, they are a group of women who control the entire population with magic. Nobody cares because it's made up of everyone's sisters, daughters, mothers, wives. So it's a system that everyone is they work together trying to survive in this harsh environment, so near barbaric places. So
Right,
you can
item
see-
vendors around here?
Are there any item vendors?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
What
magical items.
items are you? Oh.
Armor, weapons, that kind of thing.
So
I think we should do that next time.
Yeah,
we
I gotta
yeah.
head out.
Yeah, so we'll take up this discussion next week.
I just wanted to get the gold.
And
And 5K for a